Connor, I put my thumb up.
Oh, hey, and we're back. Welcome to Chaos Encumbrance, episode 3 of the Death of the Night month shot I'm running with my friends. We'll start with Harry.
Hello.
Ryan.
Well, actually, Star Wars is sci-fi.
Okay. Derek.
My butt.
Hello.
Comment down
Matthew.
below.
It's been a long time.
And Ethan.
Good morning.
Cool. Alrighty,
Morning.
so...
That's the point, Harry.
Yeah, that's the... Harry.
r/whoosh.
Right. Well, while you guys are
Bro,
talking
that's
about
funny,
that,
Reddit
feel
reference.
free to roll the center
The
portal to
spinny
get your
bit.
added modifiers.
Let's see what
And,
3D dice is.
Wheel of Fortune.
Just gonna
Copyrighted.
pick the ones open.
Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Use that name.
Wheel of Fate.
Inspiration.
Ah, yes, I got the D4 again, which means I get to steal someone's.
I don't even remember what I had.
Oh,
Is this a D20?
oh no!
I'm coming.
I don't even know what I had last time.
either. I don't think I.
I'm gonna come.
Okay, did anyone get what they had last week?
I believe I had a D8.
I got a D20. I got that last time.
I have
You
no.
don't count.
You
I have like a
Brayden,
D.
or Ethan.
I have like a D10, I think.
Too bad.
Yo,
I got the-
D4. It's gonna help me hit.
D10.
I had a D10.
My
but I
least
got
favorite
this.
dice.
Alrighty, so are we all square on this? Because I'm about to do the recap.
No, we are
I am
rectangular,
triangle.
Be there-
circular on this.
Alrighty, so
So funny.
last
For them.
we met,
Like
we
a very long time ago.
yeah. So,
No, you can't tell them that.
They won't know. The first episode isn't even posted yet. It's uploaded, but it's privated, waiting for someone to watch it to make sure it's
I
good.
was gonna start watching. Okay, that's not the point. The point is we're gonna do the recap. Okay, so our detectives here were hired by the church to discover and find the murderer of Corellia. It turns out, in an epic plot twist, she committed suicide to give her son Ivan more power so that he could overtake the Blood Farms because the Makarovs are gaining way too much power in Dermo territory. So, currently, our detectives have Ivan in their astral plane office in the interrogation room, talking to him and uncovering more about his plot to gain his region back, and they're discovering that he's more agreeable than they once thought, and that he is not the killer. So,
Yep, and we burned garlic as incense and tried to press silver up against his
You
skin
tried
to
do
test.
that.
yeah.
That was all you.
Yeah,
We did the garlic.
Is there
You
any-
took steps forward.
yeah, I did. You're right. He didn't let me touch him with the silver.
Oh yeah, okay. So
Because
blocked it.
somehow
I threw
he
him
knew.
against the wall.
Because somehow he knew that I had silver slipped up my sleeve.
No,
Yes.
wrapped in a cloth on your hand. He said he could sense silver. I remember.
It's even more damning. He's a vampire lord.
okay, well, you do recall that he is talking to you all about the complex that he recently overtook, and what do you all do?
I thought we ended with us getting hired to fight.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good point. So they were hired to fight, and Derek's character convinced him to look into changing the blood farms if they do win this encounter with the Makarovs, which seems like it will be more of an undertaking than they first thought because of how powerful they are. And the detectives have now been hired as kind of helping mercenaries now for Ivan and the Dermo coven so that they can take back what was stolen from them, or rather what rightfully belongs to them. And you are in the interrogation room. Ivan has just mentioned that he was wanting to give you bracelets that he wears on his wrist.
Friendship bracelets.
Not quite. And you have mentioned Meglorath the demon. And he's very, very shocked and alarmed that Meglorath is actually working with the Makarovs. And at that point, now we'll turn it over to you guys And what do you do?
He handed us these bracelets, right?
No, he's going to talk to you about them. And this is where you need to add something to your character sheet. These bracelets will let you communicate to each other in a 500-foot radius, so you can kind of just talk to it. And as a reaction to almost any attack, you'll be able to teleport 5 feet.
So we get like ascending stones, but steroids.
Yes, but you can't use it as a reaction to a reaction.
Okay.
So
It has to be on an attack. It can't be a like opportunity attack against us.
yeah,
Does the attack have to hit, or is it when we're getting attacked we can teleport out of the way?
when you're getting attacked, you can teleport out of the way. And then add +1 to any.
What do they look like?
It's not silver. It's more of a almost like a carbon fiber type material, whatever they'd have back then, and with a little glass bulb that's red, or it'll blink red. Sometimes you've noticed it on Ivan that it'll blink red, and whenever it does, he is very urgently needing to leave. So, but you can talk into it. You haven't seen him do that yet, but he's explaining it now. Yeah, so you can add a +1 to your strength, dex, whatever you want. So this is Ivan speaking. We'll need to go back to the manor as soon as possible, but the bracelets will be waiting for you. Carrie has them. Do be aware that if you actually know, I will go with you to the blood swamps if that's where you want to go next. Not the blood swamps, the blood farms. I was playing Doom Eternal the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
It's like swamps? Question mark.
I will go with you to the blood farms, because if Megalorath is there, it is said that he can grow up to 15 times his normal size, almost a titan.
That's very impressive. And you see Ari pull from their sleeve a tarot card. Justice is on our side.
So with that information, what do you all do?
So are you wanting... I mean, pretty much we're at your beck and call right now. Do you want us... When were you planning? Now that you know where it is, are you gonna like wait a day to plan your assault, or like? Because it has to happen before the ball, because the other houses are planning something during the ball.
Yeah.
How far away is the ball right now, like time
It's
wise?
about 2 days. And yeah, it's about 2 days before the ball that the Dermos are throwing, the Dermo High House is throwing. And
High house, is that where they get high?
no, this is me talking. He's got a deeper voice.
It's deeper and sexier.
No, the high house where you get high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
He thought you were asking that in character.
I didn't get it.
I was asking that in character.
He was explaining that.
Okay.
Whatever.
So
R
Character can commune with God.
r/whoosh.
Your spirits.
No, r/whoosh for you. He wasn't saying that in character, so
my
why would
God.
you just randomly say high house in character?
all right. So to my understanding, my soldiers have still got the location under wraps. It is surrounded by a moat, and it's more of a castle-type complex where all the stewards and stewardesses live on site so that they don't have to leave and do other things. They'll stay, and it increases productivity. But all the scientists are under our capture. We've not harmed them. They are innocent. They're just doing what the Makarovs are telling them. But most of the soldiers have either fled to the bottom levels, which you say you know how to get into, and supposedly Megalorath is under there. I would like to do it sooner rather than later, before they can wrap their force. They can gather more forces. because like I've said, the Makarovs have immense power, especially in this region, even though they shouldn't.
And we want to do it before any reinforcements come.
Yep.
During the fight.
Now, I haven't heard much from the front lines, but that's not unusual, given how secure it was at one point just a few...
Does this
few hours
creature
ago.
have any weaknesses that you know of?
Not that I know of. No one's really ever encountered him before. He's a demon prince that was banished to these lands because he disappointed his father many years ago. And it was said that he was taken up in refuge by the Makarovs, but that was kind of a folktale until...
Do you have any occult books that I could take a look at?
In my mother's library, perhaps.
We should start there before we go on our trip.
Another suggestion. They don't know we've solved the mystery. We can get a little bit more information about the blood farms, perhaps.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We can keep it a secret we know the killer. Get a little bit more information before we reveal the truth.
Yes.
What information are we missing?
Simply see if we can figure out more about.
But I need.
anything.
I just want to know
I'm not-
what about, so that way I can formulate a way to get him to still be. Like I'm just gonna be. I can't walk up to him and be like, "Hey, so blood farms." I need to like. What's a target thing that we need to know? We know how to get in. We know who's guarding. We know what it's guarding. There's no when we need to know right now, besides whenever they're moving. But that's probably gonna be during the ball, from whatever we've overheard.
I will remind you that you have a yellow potion that if you pluck someone's hair and put it in it, it'll reveal something. Something I said.
Do you know where I could get more tea?
Probably in the common area of the manor.
Is it okay if I take a trip over to the common area real quick?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be back.
But,
And they walk off.
Okay.
You need a pencil? Okay. I just want to. What do we need? What do we need to know? Not that we can't go try and get more information. I just want to know what we need to know. Because like we know, like I said, who, what, when, where. I don't know of anything else unless anything else that they haven't told us about. Also, we have the whole file on the blood farms that I made a copy of. So I don't know if they have anything else. We have the potion, obviously, that we could go do that. We could do that
at
before
least
that.
get one of the Makarovs, get the hair in that way, and just say it's evidence, perhaps.
Keep in mind that this is only about the blood farm location that you're currently interested in. It's not about the whole network. Okay.
Not sure what we could ask, but it was just an idea I had.
Yeah.
Then perhaps we return to the manor.
Is the commons near Curlia's old room that we had been inspecting?
No, and it would be. So if you'll remember, you walked in and you see the ladder or the stairway that goes kind of off to the right, and then the two tubes. There's a pathway down to the left, which would lead to the common area.
It is still a good idea to.
Oh, we're still in the bag. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The leverage of them not knowing the investigation is over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy already promised to let us in his room, I believe, tomorrow. So we could hold off on trying to get his hair, go into his room tomorrow, and then take something from a comb or a brush and be fine and be on our way. Like grab it and get on a cart and start hanging out of town, take the swig, and then have a good time.
We can also note if he's looking like he's preparing something, perhaps leaving himself soon.
Well, he's probably gonna gauzy up his room, which is why he wants time to hide any evidence of anything right now, which is why he's making us wait. He's probably cleaning up his room as we speak. So I don't know if we'll get anything, but we'll at least get the hair.
One thing we want.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan we've got so far.
Because I do suggest that we wait till tomorrow because I'm not at my full strength. I've used a lot of magic today, so I'd like to see. I don't know about you guys.
I'm ready.
But behind you, you hear Ari's voice. Do you want a cup of tea, Whitney,
No.
for your strength? I have this lovely oolong tea. It's supposed to help with centering yourself.
Beef water.
I'm good. I guess we'll take you back, go get the bracelets, and then meet you tomorrow morning after we go to what's his name again? It's been too long.
Corbin?
Yeah, Corbin. After we go see Corbin's.
Let's meet in my mother's room because there might be a book of interest on Meglorath if you are to face him. And
Oh yeah, I need one of you with me because I can't read.
if any of you have any questions or need any help, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll do everything in my power to make your journey as easy as possible so that I may regain my throne.
Alright. I guess I'll come with you to get the bracelets on this. If anyone else cares to join, you can.
You're going to Curlia's room right now?
No,
or
we're
no,
going-
just the
We're
bracelets?
gonna go get the bracelets and then call it
Okay.
a night and then do our.
I'm just gonna stay here then.
I see no
Soap,
reason not taking
do you,
this one.
Soap, do you want a cup of tea?
Sure.
Okay. They pour you a cup of oolong tea.
Leaf water.
I love it when I wound leaf in my water.
So then, are you guys are you three gonna stay here in the?
Us three are going to get the things.
You're getting the bracelets.
We're gonna have tea time.
Mhm.
Two are gonna have tea time.
Have your
Okay.
tea party.
Yeah.
Ari's
So-
gonna pull out their tarot cards and read Soap's fortune.
You can't read.
Okay. So you
Nobody has to
all
know.
whisk back, right?
Yeah. We flip back. We're back in. What's your face's room?
You're in Corellia's room, and he takes you out of there and leads you up a few flights of stairs, and you'll notice, Ryan, that you're in the armory. He goes into this locked safe almost thing. He puts in a code and then turns the center knob, and it opens, and he grabs 5 bracelets and gives them to you. These are some of the most state-of-the-art technology we have. Please make sure that this don't fall into the wrong hands, but I do trust you, and he'll hand and present you the bracelets. Then he closes it and locks it, and you'll notice, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in the armory. If you know those kind of lightsaber electrical energy things that they had, they have those over, so
I pick one up. Is that like a great sword?
would you like it?
Well, how does it work?
Like this. He grabs it from you, and then he twists this metal centerpiece, and then this electrical energy bolt shoots out of it, and he twirls it up, and he explains, instead of us using silver swords or stuff like that, we use these blades that are excruciatingly hot so that we can instantly kill any vampire threat. And for that matter, it'll kill almost anything, or significantly injure it if that's what we will it to be.
Alright, I'll take it back. Out of character, is it just like 2d6 lightning damage, or?
No, it's heat damage.
Heat damage?
It's like presented as lightning, but it's heat.
Okay.
And it would be 2d8, I think. It's a pretty powerful weapon.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I'll take one.
No, it's 1d8 plus 5.
Oh,
That sounds more balanced.
then I'll take like a short sword version.
I mean, there's just kind of a one size.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll take one of those.
Okay. It does on 1d8 plus 5. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that you all require?
I think I'm fine.
I have nothing.
Okay.
This demon, you say, the one with daddy issues, is perhaps resistant to fire.
We've never encountered him before. He was kind of a fallen angel type thing. He was banished here. We've never really encountered him. My men might have down at the Blood Farm, but I haven't spoken to any of them personally. Carrie might have, and she's in her office.
But she'll be joining us on tomorrow's.
Of course, yes, we
We
are.
can wait to ask her on the carriage ride tomorrow.
More the merrier.
Like I've said, the facility is around a big moat. It's very hard to get into unless we have access to the bridge, so let's hope that my men have still got it under wraps, but we'll save that problem for tomorrow. If there's nothing else that you desire, I will go back to my office and plan, and you all can get some well-needed rest.
It just smells.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, hey Ryan,
Yeah.
it's 2d8.
Okay.
It's 2d8.
I don't think I
2 more points better than a great sword.
Alright.
No.
So
4 more
Ivan's
points.
going to leave the armory, and he'll go in the direction of his quarters. And you all are left in the armory alone. Doesn't seem like there's any activity right now. It's kind of during the day, so most of the vampires are asleep.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. I guess just head back to the thing and for our night's rest.
okay, so you all head back to your quarters, and you make it successfully, no hiccups, and you all take a long rest. Fast forward about 7 to 8 hours later, and your day is about to start. So, what do you all do?
Okay, so we have 2 things we need to do before we meet up with Ivan. Go get a hair from, I forget his name again because I
Corvin.
pages. Corvin. Go get a Corvin hair and then go search. I'm forgetting her name again.
Corellia's room?
Corellia for the book about it. So who wants to go where?
I shall accompany you.
I'll go with you to Corellia's.
I'm not going to Corellia's. I'm going to Corvin.
Okay. I'm going to Corellia's library.
I'll go
I just realized I can use one of my crows to read the book for me.
Okay.
I'll go read.
You'll go read?
Yeah.
What about you, Matthew?
I'll help with just looking around for any info about the enemy. While I'm also just adjusting my spells because I can do that at a long rest.
Okay. So we'll do the book first in Corellia's room, and then we'll head over to Derek's character. What's your Whitney, right? Okay. So you all are you are now in the library of Corellia, and you see Ivan sitting, or kind of standing, looking out of the balcony. So, what do you all do? It doesn't seem like he heard you come in.
He's like the demon dude, right?
That's what you're gonna look for. You don't know if there's one, and he doesn't know if there's one. Ivan's in there. He's looking out the balcony.
I'm going to...
Or evening, or whatever time it is.
It would technically be evening.
This is Corellia's room, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Good evening,
So,
Ivan.
He's gonna turn around, kind of suddenly, and seems like he's a little distraught, but he quickly regains his composure. And oh, hey, just a lot on my mind. And looking down, not as his normal confident self.
do you know how to navigate your mother's collection?
Of course, of course. He'll go over there, and he keeps eyeing the spot of where you found her laying, and then finally
Let's
looks at.
Send a crow to like perch on a vantage point where I can like see closest to the bookshelf he's walking up to.
Okay. You'll recall that this is a pretty decent sized bookshelf. And he immediately starts looking at the third shelf, scans it for about 15 seconds or so, and pulls out this book. Can't really catch the title of it yet. He looks at it, dusts it off, and it's a demon lore book. We haven't really encountered many demons because, well, the vampire lords are very powerful, and we kind of keep them in check. But even we've never really encountered one. They just know not to mess with us, and we do the same. So he opens it and starts scanning. Doesn't seem like he comes up with a whole lot, but he sets it on Corellia's desk for you all to take a look at it.
Okay, I have the crow hop up onto the desk and look down at the pages and like...
He's got it on the index right now, kind of.
So the crow takes the tip of one of its talons and kind of very lightly traces down the line to find the demon's name in the book.
There's no specific demon names, but there are types of demons.
Okay, what all were we told about? What's his name again?
Meglorath, you were told that he was a demon prince that was exiled from his homeland because he disappointed his father, and that he's a very powerful demon.
Is there a section on demon princes?
Yes. There's a section on demon princes, and then types of demons, and then...
I will have my little birdie bird take one of his wings and slide the pages towards the page that says about the demon princes.
Okay. So it doesn't start with the demon princes. It obviously will start with the demon lords, and there are 6 of them. And I'm not going to say all their freaking names.
All the demon
But-
daddies.
His father's name was... No. It was Olrath. O-R-A-L-T-H.
He's an old rat.
He is the demon lord of the... He's basically the most powerful, one of the most powerful, and he's the last demon lord because it's kind of like Dante's Inferno, where instead of there being the 9 layers of hell, there's just 6, and then each of these demon lords is in control of one. Meglorath was destined to rule, and in order to do that, his father sent him on a quest, basically, and one in which every father-son kind of has to do, but he failed miserably and almost lost his life, and his father was distraught by that, but he didn't like how it made him look compared to the other demon lords whose sons and daughters were successfully completing their tasks. So he banished his son to the physical plane, and from there Meglorath resents his father. He is the demon lord of death. So he is death. Or his father's the demon lord of death. Meglorath is that prince. He's not a vampire, obviously. He's a demon. Like death, he can fly. It looks like his weapon is a scythe. And
Meglorath or Orath?
Meglorath. I'm talking about the death demons use scythes. Like that's their signature weapon. They're cloaked in all black. Their wings are black feathers, which is one of those ones that you found.
Are the demons in this world, were they originally angels that fell? Has I heard you say something along those lines?
Yes. So it would basically, it was like a convert or die type situation, and these are the demon lords that the angelic lords that decided to convert and reject their holy leaders or their beliefs altogether, and then they became what they are now. So they're kind of the rulers of the astral or the spiritual plane, and the vampires of the physical plane, and very rarely do they get involved with each other because, well, there is still some stigma because of what the vampires did to them and their kind, and the vampires don't want to anger them further because they know that they are very powerful entities. So,
what about the section specifically about Megalorath?
Megalorath, there isn't one. It seems like he was kind of stricken from the book. It's
like, it looks like it's been tampered with, or there's just not much information.
There's just not much on. Like, you would expect that there would be more on it, but it doesn't seem like. It seems like with his status of being rejected and shunned, that they didn't decide to.
There's no interest.
So the book was written after the rejection.
Yeah. And
is that true of the other demon princes? Do they seem to not have a lot on them?
There's a decent amount of information on the demon princes which have succeeded in their tasks of whatever they were. But like I said, very rarely do those demon princes get involved, and they would have seen Megalorath as the weak link, and very few, if any, would even consider helping him.
Are these tasks like Hercules' labors, like in the sense of like, okay, so what was his labor that he had to do, Megalorath?
So his specific task it's vague, but it is kind of like, his wasn't an actual task. He was tasked with overthrowing his father to become the new Lord of Death. He was too weak and couldn't do it. He didn't want to kill his father. His father didn't like that and saw it as weakness, so instead of injuring or doing anything like that, he just said, hey, you're gone and I'll have a new son, basically.
You are not kill me. No. You are weak. No. You are weak, and pain will be your teacher.
It's just like an Avatar with the Fire Lord.
So is there a thing about like his other sons in there?
He did have more kids. In fact, he had a daughter, and he had 2 more kids. A daughter and two. He had twin daughters, and it doesn't seem like there's more information on them. In fact, it seems like the oldest of the twins, by not much, she successfully completed the ritual and killed Death, and she is now the ruler of that ring of hell, because each task for each ring is different. So Death's is killing the previous master of Death, and then one of the other ones, as an example, is to what is it? It's unleashing a plague, so kind of like biblical type stuff.
Wow.
And then her name is just, it looks like it's just written down as Meg, but it's short for Megalorania, the female, kind of like what it.
We're not singing Megalovania.
I'm just thinking of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Azula was the prodigy and Zuko was the failure. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
The banished prince.
So.
Does he have a scar on his face?
No, he was not physically injured.
Dang it.
I mean, physically injured would be a higher form of, like, it would acknowledge that his father looked at him as another demon worth fighting, but he didn't even see that. He just kicked him out.
Oh, so
he
worse.
Didn't find him worthy at all of even a conflict.
You are not worthy.
It's still kind of vague, but you have a little more information. And Ivan will present you with the book. If you can pluck any more information out of this, feel free. Consider it a gift.
While we've been reading the book, I've been keeping an eye on him just because of how jittery he's feeling. Can I do like a insight check on him?
Yeah.
While Zadorus is keeping his attention, I'm going to
Oh, you can have advantage.
subtly light an incense stick and set it in like a little holder, and then I'm going to trace my fingers through the smoke and cast divination. And I want to try and ask. I want to try to ask the spirits if there are any other occult books in this chamber that might be relevant to what we are looking for. Actually, no. Better question. What is our enemy's weakness?
It has to be a yes or no.
Not for divination.
Not for okay.
Different.
For the insight, I got a 27, by the way.
I was thinking of commune.
But you can answer the divination first.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the yes or no one, or this is not the yes or no one?
It's for divination. You can give a cryptic message, or you can like say one word, or you can give an omen. So like something happens that like.
Aren't you a multi-class? What's your switches?
Ranger cleric.
What did you get,
What are your
Matthew?
levels?
Divination is 4th level.
Yeah.
I got a 27 on my
It's 4th
insight.
level?
I only have 3
Divination is
levels in
4th
ranger. The rest of them are cleric.
So he's mourning the loss of his mother, and as each day passes, every moment he feels that he's getting further and further away from being capable enough to save her. While his own power is growing, he feels that it's not growing fast enough, or enough progress is being made to save his mother. And also, no, actually, yeah, that's all you sense
But
from.
it doesn't seem like
He's-
there's something
He's not.
extra bothering him.
There is a little something extra bothering him, but he's not making it evident enough for you to pluck that information.
Okay. Well,
Harry, it's
But it-
about a future event. Like, you ask about a future event goal or something.
So then would you ask for,
are you sure you're looking at divination or augury?
I'm looking at divination. Divination, and I quote, you ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
These types of spells are so weird.
Commune is the
What?
one that you can just ask questions, and that's 5th level. Unless Connor wants to rework it, obviously.
for this question, choose one of the questions you were going to ask, and you can do it how you were thinking it was going to work.
Well, hold on. Let
Okay.
me- I might have something else that will help.
Future telling spells are definitely very weird.
Commune is more like the free flowing. I ask the gods a question, and they.
Would you let me
respond.
spend a channel divinity to try and just speak to them?
Who are you trying to speak to?
The spirits.
Which spirit? Or just your spirits?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 channel divinity. I have to have some incense going.
Okay.
So I just ask them what is our enemy's greatest weakness?
Are you hinting at Meglorath, or are you hinting at the Makarovs?
Meglorath.
Meglorath.
More worried about him than I am the Makarovs.
I would say his loyalty to the Makarovs. That's his greatest weakness.
Greatest weakness is friendship.
So we just
Turns
didn't
out
need to
his
demean.
weakness was the friends
We
we
need to
made along
demean
the
his
way.
friendship. Okay.
Is the upcoming conflict getting you a bit on nerves regarding everything that is going to go down?
Yes, And that it seems the Makarov soldiers have arrived, and we are currently battling for keeping capture over the blood farms.
I think I can help with the bridge problem.
Okay.
This evening, I suppose. Right as everyone was waking up, I got myself a spell prepared just for this occasion.
That would be greatly appreciated. Fireball.
Just gonna incinerate all of them.
I dispel magic
that,
with
right?
water.
Yeah, no, I
Fireball?
Yeah.
I might be able
In my
to.
heart, I can.
All right.
I can cast a PS Fireball where I cast Shatter and change the damage type to fire, but I can't cast Fireball.
So,
Quote unquote, I gave myself control on it.
with this encounter with Ivan coming to a close, we will now open up at Whitney and whatever Ryan's character's name is. Biff. And
Biff.
what's your character name?
Soul.
Solp, yeah.
I'm reading.
Yeah, he went with the reading.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's just us two.
Okay, so it's just you
They
two.
recognize my name though, regardless.
Yeah, okay. So
How could we forget something?
you are basically at this time you've basically arrived. You're at the door. You haven't gotten in. What do you do?
Is the gecko back there?
Oh yeah, you left the gecko.
I left the gecko on Quinn. Is the gecko in that room?
No.
Okay, so they didn't spend the night, so they don't have to worry about that. I'm just gonna knock.
You'll knock and you get. No. After 5, 10, 15 seconds, you finally hear coming, and you can tell it's Corbin. He comes, opens the door, and he's dressed very elegantly in his red robes and red and black leather attire. How may I help? Oh yes, you're here to inspect and examine my room. Yeah, for sure. Here. And so he'll open the door, and he allows you in.
Yeah, sorry we have to do this so early.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I understand it has to be done. We need to catch this killer as quickly as possible so that we can get on to more important matters of voting diplomatically and all this.
Had a good time at the ball. I'm gonna head straight for it. I'm gonna like slowly look around his room, but I'm not really gonna be looking at anything.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna act like I'm surveying the room.
Yeah.
Does he have like a bookshelf?
Not really. This is kind of like a hotel room. It's got the bare necessities. This is just where he stays while he's at these meetings for voting in House Dermo. So there's a bed, there's a little desk.
There's a safe under his bed.
There's a safe under. Yeah, that's a lockbox that he
Yeah, I
can
know.
carry. Okay, I'm not. It's not mounted to the
I know.
floor.
I pulled the safe out once already.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I'm gonna like start sifting through his desk, going humming to myself. Yes.
Okay. Are you?
But I'm gonna want to be like noticeable, like a little bit distracting.
Okay. So then, would you mind rolling an investigation check?
Okay. I'm not looking that hard.
Okay.
You're more just trying to put on a show of I'm looking around.
Oh, okay.
14.
Yeah, you don't see anything though.
You're trying to look important while also distracted.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's.
So you distract
I mean, he's
yourself
looking
from
at both
actually
of you.
looking
It's not a
around.
very big room.
Perhaps there's
I'm
something.
gonna make my way to the bathroom and then open up.
Oh, back up in the ceiling?
No, the bathroom.
In the bath. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna start like, just sort of like, I'm gonna look for like a comb or a brush or some piece of hair that's in there.
Okay. You find a brush, and yes, it has a few different types of hair on it. You don't need to roll. It's,
A few different types of hair.
Different people's hair.
Like, does it look like there's different?
sorry,
colors of
sorry,
hair?
no. Okay, you don't have to roll because it is his hair. It's his brush.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I
I mean,
misworded
he
that.
was wearing black leather when he answered the door, so
Even
it's
if
a
there
little
are multiple
sus.
people's hair, it's the hair color is drastic enough we can tell.
True.
Actually, no. I was right. There there are two different types of hair. There's his hair is sort of long, but it's more like yours, Derek. And his sister's is very, very long. Kind of like Harry's. No, I'm kidding. And,
Harry's
there are.
You're painting a really weird picture of Harry in people's
I
eyes.
know.
Harry is 5'2". Hair goes down to his knees.
So it's not that long.
There,
just doesn't hit.
there are. There's very long, and then there's the more. There's the less long hair that is Corvin's.
Yeah. But we can like tell which is which.
You can tell. There's a slight color difference.
It's a
His is
50-50
very, very
chance
white,
we're gonna get
and the
this.
other one's more of a blonde.
Okay. I'm going to grab some white hair.
Some white hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
I'm gonna grab some white hair and then I'm gonna flick my wrist and ritual cast wrist pocket and then the hair's gone.
Okay. So yeah, while you're doing that, he's gonna.
Sneaky.
He's just kind of like, you know, just looking at everything.
I also have to use my once a day to not add 10 minutes to do this, but yeah.
Mhm.
I just wanted to make sure that that was out there.
Is there anything else you guys? This is me talking normally.
No, I'm just like putting out like a huge show, like putting like, you know how people read with their finger, just like looking through random documents, like they might be upside down or whatever. But I'm just,
You're like holding it really high in the air.
It's true, is it?
I'm gonna come back out of the bathroom.
Holding it
look
up to the light to
Quinn,
see if
and I'm
there's
just gonna,
invisible
like,
ink.
Ask a couple questions, like try and make it.
Quinn is not.
Quinn.
Corvin?
Corvin. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask Corvin a couple questions to make it seem like we're actually doing an investigation and
Okay.
not, like coming in and not.
Yeah. So
Corvin, I just want to get the story straight on like how the dagger got stolen. So you were asleep when it got stolen, or were you awake when it was stolen?
I was awake, but it was stolen whenever I was in the meeting because I had it,
Okay.
and then whenever I went to the meeting, I didn't need to take it, so I left it in my room and I locked the door. And the only people that have access to this room are the royal guard and the housekeeping. And housekeeping wouldn't have cared enough to check where I hid it.
Was the door unlocked when you came back?
No, it wasn't. It was locked.
Okay.
where did you hide this dagger?
And if you'd be willing to show us where you kept it safe. So we
Yeah,
could,
so
like, maybe
he'll
find-
pull out his lockbox, but it's not underneath his bed. He moved it. In the bathroom at the very back of the drawer, he opens it, and then he pulls out this, and he comes back out, and he's like, it was in this lockbox. And he opens it, and there's nothing in it. He's like, the only thing that was supposed to be in here was the dagger. It's where I kept it. But like I said, I don't know where it went. And then we found it like less than a day later, stuck inside Corellia's head, which was a little alarming. But I don't
And
know.
the bot. Okay, so how to the box locks by a key, right? Do you still have the key to your lockbox?
Yeah, he sifts through his pocket and pulls it out. And
Okay, so so it could. At this point, it looks like it has to be someone that's able to pickpocket as well, or not pickpocket, but lockpick, because
yeah.
that means that the range is wider. Because even if they had a key to the room, they wouldn't have had a key to your lockbox to get in.
Exactly, which is why I don't think a common servant would be able to have the expertise enough to A, find the lockbox because it was well hidden previously, and on top of that, lockpick it, which, might I add, this is a very difficult lock to pick. Like, this is a custom lockbox for the dagger because I can't keep it on me at all times. It's impractical.
So it's either someone inside the house that knows how to lockpick, or someone from out the outside hired someone with the special expertise to do that. Is like our two options right now is what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, would you mind rolling a persuasion?
I rolled a 17. Let me find my persuasion is. Persuasion. Why is it? Oh, correct. That is a 21.
Okay. So he agrees with you. Yeah. I don't know. We have Dermo skimps on everything, but we have our own cooperate detectives investigating as well. If you would like to collaborate. Well, how the fuck do you say that?
Collaborate.
I was forgetting
Collaborate.
Collaborate.
Cooperate or collaborate? You're saying them both.
Okay. If you would like to collaborate with them, I'd be more than willing to give you their information. They're not currently here. They'll be arriving within the next day. They'll be at the ball if you want to talk to them then.
Okay. Because we got plans for today.
Yeah, that's understandable.
We're following the lead of like the exit of where the person left from the balcony. Trying to see if they
yeah.
can do it.
I saw the purple, and I was assured by Quinn and Lazarus that it wasn't either of them, but I understand that you need to do thorough investigations so that you can check and make sure that it wasn't them.
Yeah.
Because there's no telling. There are a few other there are a few other Devi High Council members that could have done it because they don't keep track of everybody. But I can account for Quinn and I. We were together on the night of the murder. So if that helps you in any way.
Yeah, no. That, yeah. That works out just fine.
All right.
Also, would you remember the guards that were stationed outside your door that night? We'll just need to like a confirmation that your story is true from outside sources besides 2 people.
I don't trust Dermo guards. It was a Makarov.
A Makarov guard?
Yep.
If you could just point us to him, and we'll just confirm your story through them.
He was very charismatic and everything, right? He quickly he changes his demeanor and then regains his. He's actually not here. I sent him out because we've got a little trouble at one of our facilities out in the east, and we need to. I trust him, so he's not here right now. But he should be back in time for the ball, of course.
Okay. Definitely.
Nobody to, what's the word, confirm your alibi. Interesting.
Oh, we have one person. But
You can talk to Quinn.
Yeah,
She's
Quinn can confirm, but if you've ever, it's an ancient mapping thing called triangulation. You get like a lot of points to verify find a lot of points, draw lines from those
Did you draw a
points.
square?
He did draw a square. More like put 3 points randomly and then draw a line through them, and where they cross is the point that you're wanting to find. We're just like the more points you have that intersect, the more information.
The house Makarov looks like a sharp penis, so that must be who we are.
The more points, the more accurate, which means that your alibi becomes more structurally sound. We're just wanting to like nail it down, you know. But yeah, I think that's it for today.
One last question before we leave.
okay. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about stabbing someone in, per se, the chin?
That is a. Okay, I have killed people before,
If you
but
draw a head, this, you have the mouth, the chin.
It's like full on illustrating, but it's like on the bed curtains that he's
No.
illustrating
No, he's
on.
he's
At
using
this
a
point,
book.
I've given he is canonically. I have canonically given him blank pieces of paper to carry around, but in like loose leaf. So they're not like he just has like pile of paper that he just carries around.
Oh, I thought he was using like one of the books that you just grabbed. He was like writing on that page.
Just writing
And
it over,
defacing
like, the tax
it.
information.
Yeah, I like.
It's like this beautifully illustrated, like medieval-looking book, and these
Some
scribbling
map.
in the
'Cause
margins.
on the corkboard, we canonically have a section that says Biff's participation corner. And that's where we put all his loose leaf papers, just in a pile, not necessarily like strewed about with lines and everything. We just sort of keep putting them on the same thing. Like, you know, receipts at a restaurant where they stick the receipt on the thing? That's sort of what's
Yeah.
happening. Just have a metal spike coming out of our billboard,
I do
or
also-
corkboard.
I like to imagine he's also writing this over like tax information from Gordon.
I like remove the piece of paper that has my failed triangulation drawings, and then I'll show this diagram. So like, yes, a knife going through the chin like this graph,
It's just a stick figure with a bubble
It's not
head.
even a stick. No, this is.
It's a pie graph.
You should have seen him draw it. He goes, "This is the head. This is the mouth. This is the chin. This is the knife."
That is the size of.
Just drew a bunch of circles and then a cross.
I feel as though I've been more than helpful, and you drawing something like that is semi-disrespectful.
I don't think you really respect the dead. So if you can answer my
Wow.
question.
Please leave.
It's okay, man. We got it.
I don't think you respect.
You don't respect.
Evidence of absence doesn't, or no. Absence of evidence doesn't mean that. The absence of
Fantastic.
evidence doesn't mean that the evidence is absent. So,
Toin costs.
so yeah, we head back to meet with the rest in Corelli's room.
Okay, so you leave. He shuts the door and then locks it. You hear the audible, and
I swear all the I swear all the vampires are so like they're like high school girls. Like just how prissy they are.
I'm just so done with you.
Harry.
Get out.
Are you?
he didn't shut
Are
it
you
fast. He
being
just shut the
sexist
door.
Are you being sexist again?
And
You could have
head
said any
back,
high school, but you said women.
And you
Unacceptable.
You would
Hey,
go-
I listened to last week's episode where you said women aren't real, so you be quiet.
Hey, you've no proof.
I literally have a recording.
I have a mom and she's real. No,
It's my dad. I have problems.
so where are you wanting to go once you leave
Okay.
Macovin?
To join the group back with Ivan.
Okay, so you make your way to Corelli's room, get there without a hic, and it seems like they're finishing up what we described earlier of looking into the book.
Ari's busy sketching like a pentagram on the floor with chalk.
Okay.
All right, let's set up the ritual.
And then Ivan notices you enter. Ah, hello. How was your trip eventful?
I flick my wrist and a tuft of hair pops out. Yeah.
Okay.
I learned this magic trick.
I do believe he's not the murderer.
Obviously. What have you been doing?
Let's not talk about it right now. Heads up, the Makarovs have also hired another investigation group that'll be here on ball night. So
That's okay. Keep in mind that they could be investigators, and at the same time, they could also be bounty hunters here to kill you.
just wanted to give you heads up, and then.
Okay.
But yeah, we have the thing. I think we can get on the cart and head into town.
Okay. So it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, it's a little self-sustaining ecosystem.
Let's just get in the cart and start talking.
Oh, they don't control this building.
Just as a precaution.
Okay.
And also
We
so we
don't-
can get on our way quicker.
So, he agrees with you, and you guys make your way outside, and he puts his fingers in his mouth and then whistles, and a low-key, not glamorous cart that you would think he would travel in is arrived. And I didn't want to bring too much attention to us. Please, after you. And he motions for you all to get in, and after
What about me?
You drive the
you
car.
can drive. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So you're really gonna mess with our stealth approach. Hang on. And he kind of looks at you, puts his hand on your shoulder, and you feel this jolt, and you now look like just your human half, but with legs.
You just got rid of like half
He
my
has
body
no
mass.
pants.
I have no pants.
So yeah, you're completely naked from the waist down. Okay. There you go. And he's looking around. And
I'm not doing anything. I'm standing. I'm just
yeah, no, he's looking around because he's trying to. He rushes inside, gets you some pants, and then there you go. You're
It's
in.
also about to toss a blanket.
I've never worn a pair of pants before.
That's disturbing.
A horse wear pants. Would it look like this or like this?
Okay, so now that
It
everybody,
looks like that.
now that everybody's able to be in this semi-large carriage, because I forgot how big you were, but it fits because I don't want to.
He could sit on the front like he did last time. And
Oh,
just
yeah.
Open up the
He
like,
just sits on top of the cart.
That's tr- no.
like the window that you can talk to like the driver and like
Yeah.
the people. We could just open that up.
So he sits and instead of a normal person, or the average person driving it, it is Carrie, his top general, and then they kind of look at each other and then and then they go off and you're gonna start.
Sitting like shoulder to shoulder, it's right next to Carrie.
Yo, you're up top.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's up
Well,
front
yeah.
because he can't fit inside.
So
While we're moving, I'm going to hand over the piss potion.
Also, I feel like Solp's just like experiencing
yeah.
phantom leg, but like
I'm
like
not-
half his body is just
does
so
the piss
awkward.
potion work the same way the other potion does, where it takes all of us, or is it just going to take the person that drinks it?
it's just gonna take the person that drank it in this time. So yeah, you'll want to put it in, shake it up, and then. Okay. Oh frick! Where are my notes for this
like
one?
I'm
Do you remember
skiing.
what I told you it did?
They're over there.
Where are my notes?
I wasn't told what it did. I was just told.
Oh yeah,
put
yeah.
the-
You were told just to drink it.
put
Okay,
the-
that's on
put
this.
Hair in it and something, and you'll see something important.
Okay,
is all I
so
was told.
you have no idea what this potion's gonna do whenever you drink it. Okay, because Terry didn't tell you. But you shake it up and you drink it because you trust him, and you're transported as this wispy goat. It's a similar feeling to how the last one was, except this one is very focused and very heavily focused on Corbin. Okay, and you see in his room him. He shuts the door and locks it. Okay. Corbin looks up and he's like, "Come on." And you see Corellia come down because she has very high illusionary magic, if you remember me telling you that. She comes down from basically at looking like the wall. She comes down and she's like, are we ready? Is this actually our plan? And he's like, yes. I don't think they think I'm the killer, but they're probably going to pressure me even more, especially at this ball if they even go. I don't know what they're planning because I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. But I need you to go in place at the Blood Farms, like now, because our men have almost captured it back from the Dermo, and they're going to be wiped out very soon. Meglorath will meet you there. He'll come up. He's in the bottom. They locked him away. She's like, what? How'd they do that? I don't know. But he's probably just messing with them. And then that was very close to whenever, like that was just today whenever you left. And then you're going to be transported back in time again, and this time it will be on the... It will be whenever the Makarovs were in control of this, and it's kind of showing you a little aspect of him, and you see this line of like 50 Dermo, and he's just like... he's obviously in control. They're on their knees and their hands are bound. And you see Meglorath for the first time. A towering demon with black robes. He doesn't have anything on his head like a hood, but he has two horns coming out of his side and then one coming out of the front, kind of making like a crown almost. But it doesn't seem like it's fully pointed. It seems like it was cut to symbolize his fall. He's already about 9 feet tall, towering over Corvin, and you see a scythe on his back, and he's walking very elegantly with his hands behind his back, with his legs kind of like a normal demon would kind of recluse back and then come forward. He has black wings, which were not out, they were folded back, kind of keeping his scythe in check. And then Corvin looks up at Meglorath. You need some more souls? And Meglorath's like, indeed. And what do you wish me to do? And Corvin's like, let's kill him. Obviously no regard for any life. Except leave that one. And he points at one of them. at the very end. And so he takes his scythe, slams it on the ground, and then just kind of runs past all of them, just slicing all of their throats as they all fall down, except for this one. And he's like, takes this one, and I need you to relay a message to Ivan that we have captured his base back. So this is not too long ago, but this is them retaking the base, basically. So now that there's confirmation that they have retaken the base, please tell him that we have taken it back, and if anybody is sent here, yeah, we'll kill him. Good luck. And then as he is running away, you see Megalorath kind of about to do something, and then Corvin puts his hand on his wrist, and Megalorath puts his arm down. So the loyalty that he has to Corvin is very, very strong. Because it's pretty evident that Megalorath is more powerful than Corvin. And then you'll slowly fade from that. It was outside of the Blood Farm gate. It seemed like that was the innocent people. Those were not soldiers. Those were the scientists that House Dermo had put it there to try and figure out if they could bring Corellia back. So it was all a bunch of House Dermo, and very few of them were soldiers. Most of them were innocent civilians. Killed them all, and then your vision slowly blackens out, and then you wake up and you're on a carriage, slowly hitting bumps, and at this point,
Scrying on them?
I was using the potion that I was given with the hair thing.
And at this point, you start coming over a hill, and you see a bunch of what is it? You see the complex, massive complex. There's a big moat, and it's kind of elevated. So instead of the drawbridge just going down flat, it kind of goes down at an angle because the complex is elevated a little bit. And it's more of it's a complex, but it's more of like a castle type thing. There's the main Blood Farm area, and then in the very back, there's two towers that kind of splinter off that are conjointed by like a middle tower or a middle skyway walkway, and very big. And off in the distance, you see some ships. Not ships. You see some cargo. What the fuck are they called? Carriages. Okay. And yeah, those that have a big M on them. People are shuffling equipment and other things into the back entrance of this farm, and you're probably about 2 miles away. Yeah, you're probably, so these people seem like ants to you, but they're obviously not carrying nothing. They've got equipment.
Okay, so in the first vision, that was like happened like a couple moments
ago. After you.
Yeah, after we left.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they almost had it back, but then in the vision more, they said they do have it back. So they do have it.
Yeah,
okay.
Corellia, not Corellia. Catalana, she didn't have the newest information because she's. I've heard that they've almost had it back, and he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about that."
Okay, Catalana is the one that said they almost.
Yes.
Yeah. As we caress, do we know? Or I'm gonna look at Ivan. How do the Makarovs normally travel by like a carriage or something to the farms, or is there like a teleporter or something that they can use?
They can teleport as well, much further distance than we're able to. Why do you ask?
Because Corellia is going to be there whenever we approach. Also, it seems that they've taken back the complex.
Yeah, he kind of notices that, and that's kind of what he was hinting at whenever he was with Matthew. And he's going to explain, yeah, I heard that they were taking it back. I didn't hear anything that I didn't hear that they had solidly taken it. But that's not good. It seems like some of their men have arrived as well. And as you're basically over a hill right now. You're on the very top of it, and you're going to have to go down into this kind of valley area before you can get to it. Is there anything that you want to do or anything before you get in? Because it's kind of an open space whenever you get there.
So Karilla is going to teleport to the place. She's not going to be like coming up behind us or anything, right? Because she left after us.
Yeah, she left. She does not know that you were on a carriage. She left immediately after that conversation with Corvin.
Yeah.
And that probably ended about the time you got into the carriage.
And she's probably already there because she can teleport there. Okay.
Much longer distances,
While
yes.
we're on the overlook, Zadorus is going to first just see if there's any way we'd be entering the place, like a bridge over the moat or anything.
Yeah. You see people carrying stuff to the back, and the moat obviously goes all the way around. So you can surmise that there'd probably be a bridge back there, and then there's a bridge on the front that you see as well, but it is not currently active. It's drawn up.
Which way are we wanting to enter? Because there seems to be a back entrance that is open, and the front one that is closed.
Perhaps we can put a big M on the side of our coat.
Actually,
That's my tell.
Ivan, he kind of looks around, and then, give me 1 second. He goes and steps outside the vehicle, and he puts his arms up and casts an illusion to make it look more like a Makarov, a royal Makarov carriage. And then this should help us get close, but not inside the complex.
Good idea, Biff.
Question is how do we... is there an army coming later from the Dermos to try and retake, or what's gonna...
A lot of our soldiers were there, along with civilians that we were trying to have them get familiar with the complex because we were eventually going to take it over. We didn't expect a full-blown attack from them, especially during these negotiations, because that wouldn't look good for them, but it seems like they don't care anymore.
Is there a possibility that any of the soldiers are being kept captive currently?
It's not like Corvin to keep captives. We do have some soldiers, but they're at the manor, and they're keeping everything there under wraps, especially with all the distress that's been happening over the last.
And that might help a little bit with cover.
But my soldiers are spread. They're in.
So we're about the only soldiers, quote unquote, here right now.
Exactly.
Which means that we should probably take off the head first, right? So we're probably going to need to get in some other stealthy way. So I'd say that we should probably get in and find Karilla and take her down before anything else gets notified around, and then we head down and fight.
Take it level by level.
I just want to do it where we don't alert the whole thing, because it's 7 people versus army that's holding a castle that they know better than us. So I think stealth assassination is probably going to be one of our better tricks.
So the layout. This is Ivan talking. So the front is where they keep the blood farmies. That's where the humans are kept. And then the very back is more research and development. And then from there they can go underground into the bottom layers.
Is there a way to release all the humans that we could use them as a distraction?
They're kept in a coma, and they're so fragile because we suck all the blood from them that we can use. They don't feel anything, but if we were to release them, they would just sit there. And they'd be so used to all these comatosic drugs that they would probably die because of shock.
Okay. Then I Sneaky Beaky is the only thing I can think of. Go in, find Karilla, kill her, and then go for the demon.
Can you make an illusion that makes me look like a guard?
I'm not that powerful. I mean, in illusionary magic, I'm not that powerful.
Perhaps while we're exploring, did Trillia have anything on them that could be used to locate them with locate object?
Her name's Catalana.
Catalan.
Right, you're talking
The
about...
one who is
Yeah, I was-
teleporting over.
I was talking
Yeah, Catalana.
Yeah, Catalana.
Is there anything specific, special she was wearing?
Can I think of anything?
She was wearing the exact same outfit as Corvin.
Then I'm going, once we're there,
Once we are there, I will do locate object so that if we get within 1,000 feet of her, we can find her. Or at least the room she was in.
Okay.
Can help make the hunt a little easier.
I can ask one of my spirits to send an invisible eyeball to go in front of us. To look around corners.
Okay.
I, of course, mean arcane eye.
And then you haven't gotten any closer, but you do see a very big entity walking from the back. Seems like he's the one that is directing the exchange of goods from the cargo carriages and other vehicles into the castle. It seems like they're restocking after the battle, and they're trying to regain this facility as quickly as possible.
Zadorus in
So
preparation.
they're still in the process of like fording down.
Yeah.
So like security's probably not gonna be that tight.
Security's not going to be that tight, and also this is not a bunch of soldiers. While there are some, this is mainly restocking, because a lot of their soldiers were lost in the battle. You in that vision where you would expect to see a bunch of soldiers who retook it, it doesn't seem like a bunch of soldiers retook it. It was just Corvin and Meglorath. So
In preparation, first going through Zadorus is going to take the only thing that can really be linked to Divi, the end of the scarf they're wearing, and just kind of tucks it away. It's just blocking off the purple coloration. For the most
Okay.
part. Just the no preparation.
So are we gonna try and sneak our way through where everyone is, or try and lower the closed gate?
Carrie looks up. I could try and lower the gate. I could try and lower the gate. Kind of apprehensive, but
If we could get that front gate lowered, then we wouldn't have to worry about anyone knowing that we came in. So
okay.
Big is the front gate.
It's big enough to fit carriages through, horses.
Is there any guards?
You can't. It doesn't look like there's any activity over there. There's some people that are doing sweeps, but it's not even like a security sweep. It's just more like, did we get all this? Okay, so yeah, I guess it is a security sweep. They're just double checking everything. They're not ready for another attack, is what it seems.
So get through the back or front gate seems to be the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can aid with us. If soldiers do happen to come running across the gate, just send a wave, sweep them away.
This complex, just telling you guys, this complex is utterly massive. Like I said, it's its own self-contained ecosystem where, I mean, sure, supplies, yes, because it was a battle and stuff, but if there was no battle, it would be completely self-sustaining for a long, long time. It's probably acres, 50 plus acres. It's more of a rectangle, and then it's divided into the research and development and then the actual blood farm part. So
Wait, quickly. In your world, are vampires weak to the rushing water?
rushing water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a legitimate weakness.
Probably.
Okay.
Just
So the water would be very effective.
real quick, Zadorus, what are some of your support spells, just so that I know what
I just have
to prepare for today?
I could just send like a picture or something.
Okay. Go ahead and do that real quick, just so that I can
Yeah.
properly prepare and cover all our bases.
I'll just text you the names of them all. Everyone else can continue the planning.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have everything's ready.
It's, yeah, pretty much ready. You'll notice that the crew that was surveying the front is now turning around, back around, just going around the opposite side. And
Now's the time if
Is-
we're gonna go.
Is daylight pretty damaging to undead?
yes, but in my world, remember the sky is blotted out with darkness.
There's a spell
There's
called
a
Daylight.
spell
Okay,
called
yeah.
Daylight where you can.
Oh yeah, yep. Yes, daylight would be very to the average vampire. To Ivan or yeah, never mind.
Me.
To you, it would be really.
An average vampire.
Oh yeah, okay.
So are we ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm down.
Let's get the party started.
Okay, so wait, so you're gonna rush down as quickly as possible, or just
We're
kind of
gonna-
casually?
More casually.
Okay. So you all casually make it down. Would you mind rolling a luck check, one of y'all?
Where's the
Not
portal?
me while I'm running. to the
Oh,
portal.
where's the portal? The first roll today,
Let's go.
right?
No,
No.
I
Oh yeah, you've all rolled. 19. That was really good. You go
You
down
banked
without
it.
a hitch.
You got on like the rim.
Yeah, which
Bastard.
means that you have no excuse for missing it now.
What?
So you all have arrived at this daunting facility, utterly massive. It's like I said, it's raised above, so it makes the facility raised above the normal level that you're at right now, making it look utterly massive. As you look up, you see two smaller towers just on this top where normal watch people would be, but there doesn't seem to be any activity up there right now. And the drawbridge made of solid stone. So Carrie kind of jumps off the carriage, and there's a massive moat. She jumps and swims in, and then she basically starts scaling the wall like Spider-Man. All right, so she scales it, and she looks down at you, doing this on her wrist, and all of your things light up, and you hear her say, "There doesn't seem to be much activity up here. I'm about to open the drawbridge. It might be loud. Be careful." And she was just being quick because she didn't want anyone to hear, not because she was attacked or anything. And she climbs down. Then you hear a and then a click, and then just a stone crash with the bridge finally hitting the ground. And the drawbridge is open. It seems like the very initial part of this area is kind of open, more like a courtyard. There's no bodies or anything hanging around. It is just a courtyard with some security areas that, again, don't seem to be very active. A nice waterfall. It more for presentation and so that it's not so gloomy. And you are allowed to
Are
go in.
vampires and demons known for bestowing curses on things?
Generally. Some vampires, yes. Demons, not really.
Okay.
Like Makarov's sister, she's crazy. And she might, but you don't know for sure.
That's fine.
So is Ivan inside the cart or sitting next to me?
He probably would have taken your spot, or taken Carrie's spot.
Okay, so he's driving the cart.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to try and sneak the whole cart in, or are you wanting to just go in by yourselves without the cart?
I think the without the cart might draw less attention.
Yeah.
So I vote for without the cart.
Agreed.
I'm down.
Okay.
And like turn it as like away from the.
You could
castle.
dump it in the moat. Release
The
the
horse?
No, release the horses and then dump it in the moat. Ivan proposes this.
Sure.
Okay.
Dumb, you can't move while you're in meld with stone.
So, he unhooks the horses and slaps their rear. They take off, and it takes two of you, but you finally push it. It takes you and Ivan, then you
Or we could just like
push it in.
push it off the like drawbridge gate.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like the gate is over the moat, and so we just drive the cart to the middle of the drawbridge gate and then push it over.
It's
the side.
pushed in.
Okay, whatever.
We push it in.
I feel like pushing it up the ramp is gonna be harder. Since
Yeah,
the
he
horses are-
released the horses.
It's in the moat. Alright.
And
Push it off the edge of the map. And
you're able to enter. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of activity. You do hear some rustling and stuff, but it's not like, oh no, we're getting invaded. It's more like, let's work and make sure all this stuff gets done.
It's like nothing is out of the normal yet.
Nothing out of the normal, and you are in the complex. I need to draw some stuff.
Right. Do we want to take a break here so we can draw it, or
It's like 7:20.
it'd probably be better to take a break before the fight because the fight's probably gonna go on a while since we're little tin characters.
Oh yeah.
That was supposed to be the Brit there. Okay, so
you're fine.
He's cracking under the picture.
Any small talk
Yeah.
we want to have?
yeah, you guys. How's the weather?
It's better than it's been the last few.
Should I
weeks, at
take Magic
least.
Circle?
It's your
Might
choice.
be. It could be useful because we could trap him in the cylinder of magic. If I chose for it to be an inverted cylinder
You
rather
should
than
use
an
the good one.
external one.
Use the good spells.
That middle donut is it's the fountain. These two are the pillars that I was talking about where a watch person could be. And then there are paths that go around and enter on both the left and the right side to the actual Blood Farm complex part.
Sign bigger than the same.
That's what I wanted it to be. So this is all open space, not these two parts, but you're probably standing right here, and
Means we could put.
yeah,
Also-
so you can
Wait, did you make my character like just human, or is it like visually?
you can change back whenever you want. He just did that so that you could fit in the.
Okay, technically you are still a medium creature.
Because it's dumb.
Yeah, because it's dumb, but miniature's a little bit big.
It's more
Um,
fun this way.
And as this is happening, you do hear that rustling start to get a little louder and a little louder coming from this section of the castle, of the Blood Farm area. And you don't really see anything, but it is getting louder and louder and louder as each passing moment goes by.
Does that pathway lead into the castle?
Yes.
Should we run from there?
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright,
Go
yeah,
away from
we
the
go.
noise.
Okay.
We're sprinting over.
Yeah, we're just like.
Okay. So I won't make you all do a check. You all rush and make it into the facility, and we're gonna.
We would, if we're doing it every 6 seconds, we would just use like our dash action.
Okay, so then you'll be right there,
Yeah.
and then the actual complex is entered. I'll draw it up in a second, but first I'll describe it. It's
I'll move everything.
yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, thank you. So for your guys' eyes, I don't know how your characters would exactly feel, but it is a truly horrifying sight to behold. All these bodies that are strung up by the literal tens of thousands, just all the way up in a ring. There's like 50 people, and then another ring. There's another 50 people, and that's just lining this entire warehouse. This warehouse section of the map. There's stations where there's doctors' quarters. There's other facilities in this area, but it seems like that's the predominant thing that this section of the castle, or I guess manor, would be reserved to. And there's these decrepit skinny, malnourished humans that are getting on basically the bare minimum of what they need to survive. And that's what you're greeted with. There's desks, there's stuff whenever you first come in, because you guys entered on this side, right? So then basically each of these, there's lines of these, and they go on for a lot longer, but this is the main area that's of importance. And this, you do hear voices, you hear people talking. Like, this is where activity is starting to really engage.
In what manner are they strung up? By like their feet or their head?
No,
Or like their shoulders?
They're strung up by, they're in this bag that is vacuum sealed on them, and then there's plugs, one that goes from their heart, their head, and then both of their legs, seeming like heart, brain, both arteries in their thighs, trying to get the most amount. And then as this happens, you'll hear boop, 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 and then and then a bunch of those things up top start to spin, and each of the human pillars is starting to spin, and you hear this siphoning sound, and these two pumps on this side of the facility that aren't very big begin going up, down, up, and then all the pipes and strings and not strings, pipes you see that are clear start filling with blood, and they start going directly to these two siphons. And then there's a pipe that leads kind of cattywampus to the right of the castle. And this is the infamous blood farms that you've heard so much about.
Could you cast Locate Object for us?
I'm gonna cast Locate Object on the clothings described by Whitney.
Yeah, so
Within 1,000 feet of me.
1,000 feet of you.
Do I detect anything?
Not in 1,000 feet. This is areas probably. I mean,
This area is 100 feet.
100 feet. Okay.
And then if we're using the map's actual
So then-
scaling, it's the map's length is
100.
about 175 feet by 145.
100. Okay, so then the blood farms will be about 200 feet. Then we'll just add another one on top of it.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so you would detect there would be something in what seems to be the castle, the right tower wing. That's kind of, think of like a Harry Potter type thing where it's all cattywampus, it's cocked to the side and kind of leaning on each other.
This lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll see if she's moving around as well, if she's
Okay.
wearing the clothing.
And while you're doing this, you do see a patrol. Instead of coming from the side that it was on, there is a patrol going down the middle. And what do you all... There's... catching a glimpse, there seems to be 3 Makarovs. We're just walking down it. They're talking, having a conversation, not doing their due diligence.
Is there anywhere to hide?
No. It's kind of an open... I mean, there's desks
For
and
the
stuff.
pillars of bodies that we could hide.
That are
our-
You could hide behind those, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have to touch a
Yeah.
pillar to hide.
Yeah.
We can, like if they're walking down the middle, then we could just stand on the opposite
And we're
side of
like on
massive
this
pillars.
side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a crow out of my sleeve and put it on my shoulder, and then I am going to like open up my robe a little bit and reach deep inside, and then pull out a bow that I string, and then I'm gonna take an arrow and knock it.
Okay.
Are we preparing are we getting the festivities started?
Well, I run up ahead and hide behind one of the pillars. So
Okay.
I do as well.
You all hide behind the
We'll
pillars?
hide.
Yeah,
Can you
basically.
just roll whoever has the highest stealth, roll a stealth for me?
No, not me. Wait, is it me? I don't have proficiency. I only have a
My
plus
stealth
5.
is +7.
Probably
I only
you
have a
then.
plus 5.
Okay, then yeah, you.
Do I have advantage?
No, just straight roll plus
But-
your modifiers.
Plus my modifier.
This isn't a stealth roll.
It's a stealth roll. He's gonna roll it.
He's making a group one.
Okay, that was good. 21.
Okay, yeah. You all make it. These guards end up going this way, and it's funny because you all are on this side, and the guards just keep going that way, cutting to where you entered. and then you see the pipes kind of going off in the direction that Matthew senses Catalana in. And there basically it's a two-way. You can go straight to go up to the pillar in front of you, or you can go to the pillar that he saw her at.
Matthew, what's your character's name again?
Zadoris.
Zadoris, you're leading the way, so we're behind you.
Right. Zadoris guides them down the pathway that seems to lead us towards Catalana.
Yeah. Okay.
And we keep going as stealthily as we can.
Okay.
And
So
Zadoris just takes off of their side the music box they always have. He's
Okay.
just kind of holding it between their hands.
So after traveling past these blood farms, there's two major ones right here, and it goes off and kind of cuts through, and then there's the second one, and it cuts off and it goes to this tower in front of you. But you make your way successfully through all the blood farms, and you're greeted with this tower, and this tower is the one that goes straight up for a lot, or it goes up very tall, and you're greeted with the entrance right in front of you, kind of a spiral staircase. But this is a very big tower. It's not just a spiral staircase up all the way to the top where there's something up there. There's multiple floors and everything. And you hear, you'd hear this voice, and you don't hear Catalana. You hear Corvin. Hey, make sure all you hear, not from the tippy top, but he's being very loud, trying to yell over like an almost intercom type thing. Hey, make sure we get all these equipment and the supplies in as quickly as possible. We're expecting an attack any day now, probably during the ball, whenever Dermos have all their whenever the Dermos have all their men and assembled. So let's get all this ready. Meglorath, meet me in the top tower, please. And then that's it shuts off, and that's all you hear.
Seems like we know where we're needing to go.
Do we want to try and cut off Meglorath so he never arrives to the top tower?
That sounds fun.
It would be easier to fight them alone than together.
Or we can at least get some hits on him before they group up.
True.
I agree with that decision.
He's probably going to be coming from the third floor that was cut off, so we need to find the stairs. Actually, we could just meet him outside the entrance to this tower.
Just sit here.
Yeah, so let's spread around this bottom floor and find some places to hide and ambush him.
Yes.
Okay, so can I borrow this thing?
More erasing.
Ryan, what's your character's name?
Biff. Can I just add the mini you're using for
can I get
Sulk
another-
is a rhino man?
Oh, it'll soak that up.
Like a rhino centaur?
I don't have anything else.
Ryan.
Okay.
Did
I
have
noticed he has
bag
nipples.
soda there, not there. Not
What?
It has nipples.
I mean, yeah, we could wipe that on it. No. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're taking a break before combat, right?
Yeah, let me get this. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's take a break because I can dry this off and draw the map properly because I've been drawing those ones kind of rushed. And then we'll be back and you'll be able to see what happens with our gang in Meglorath.
Let the game begin.
You're welcome. I didn't record that.
What
Thank
the
you.
bleach?
Okay, so we're starting. You are entering on this
Welcome
side.
back, everyone.
And the pipe that you were following goes to this corner over here.
And the stairs are over here.
No, the stairs are right there. This is that corner. This is the corner that leads up to the tower.
And he's probably, is that the only other entrance into the room?
No, this side has an entrance as well.
Okay.
And then you'll notice that this center part, there's a big entrance that would come from the back where they were loading in material.
Is Ivan and I forget any sorts of
Carrie?
Is Ivan and Carrie fighting with us, or are they?
Ivan sent Carrie to explore somewhere else, but Ivan is currently with you.
Okay. Then let's put 3 on each entrance.
Okay. So Ivan is going to watch the one that Meglorath is probably going to come from up top.
It's gonna come from up top.
Yeah, because the back of the facility is where he was conducting the
So he was out and about. He wasn't underneath.
No, remember you saw him.
You just said it was a large figure.
Oh,
You didn't
okay.
tell us if it was.
Sorry, a very large figure. Yeah, I was trying to hint that it was him.
Okay, so he's gonna come from upstairs.
No, this back part, like
That's
right
an
here.
entrance right here.
Yes.
Okay, then if we think he's gonna come from there, I think we should all group up on there.
Yeah.
Well, no, I need to
but
be
those-
farther away because I have a bow.
Those guards
With your blind
do.
bow.
It seems like those guards do loop, so there could be guards coming from this back part as
I'm
well.
gonna hide under the stairs.
Okay.
I look over to Slurp. Hey, Slumpy. I'm gonna go there. I need your horse, man. I need you to become a horse again.
Okay. I become a horse.
Whoa!
My freaking pants just rip off.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't really matter all that much.
What I'm picturing, like your legs are like together, and then all of a sudden, like if you're looking from the side, it just looks like you're like accordioning like out, and your legs like split into
Like a
and,
freaking slinky of the
like, and that's like how they rip off.
Okay.
Yeah, then there's no. I'm mount.
You're trying to say there's no gay way, no not gay way to say this.
Well, I mean,
Harry, you
his,
say it.
his cock and balls are, you're not anywhere near him, so it's
No,
fine.
like he's.
Like he's mounting him.
On his back, though. He's
Yeah,
not
his
like,
cock and balls is touching his back.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
hey.
Free.
Guys, please stop. Okay.
Even Connor's like, what? No.
Okay. So
That is centaur.
you don't really hear much, and then all of a sudden,
Could we ready actions, or since we have
after what is about to happen,
Whoa,
yes,
wait,
you
the
can react.
demon is supposed to come from that interest that I'm right next to.
Yes.
Okay, my location needs to change.
Okay, you can change while this is happening. So over the mic, you hear it kind of come back on, and then a creakly voice. You hear Corvin as well, and
Should we all roll
it's
stealth?
We're using a 21.
you hear Catalan, please come up to the front to the top tower and meet Meglorath and I. I need the book that you gathered for us earlier, and then that cuts off. You'll remember Catalan grabbed the Archbishop. Okay. So, with all that set in place, you may ready actions.
Okay.
I'm going to ready.
So wait, is the sister's name Catalan, or is the?
There's a lot of K's. I'm sorry.
Because like earlier you said it was the sister that was hiding, and the sister. was
Yeah,
coming.
the sister is named Catalana. Okay.
Catalana.
The church official, the archbishop, is named Catalan, and he is the one that helped you earlier and grabbed a book on how to defeat a lord, and he has been requested to be up top, but he's already in that tower. It said if you could meet us at the top of the tower. He's already up in this tower.
So the
Also,
bishop
so is
up
Kilger.
there.
Who is who?
And you also said that the demon was up there too.
No, the demon's coming this way. He's
Okay.
the demon
'Cause
was.
You said meet me and this guy, which then makes
Meet
me
me and
feel-
him when he
Oh,
gets here too.
whenever he gets
He didn't say when he gets.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
It sounded
sorry.
like they were both already up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
no,
going to
he's not up there.
ready a searing smite on my arrow that I'm going to be shooting.
Can you
Okay,
put smites on ranged weapons?
can you put? I don't know.
So I always thought that the ranged thing was like the problem with like paladins, that they couldn't use ranged weapons.
It doesn't say it on the spell.
It doesn't. Okay.
So we need to. Why can't I?
I don't see why that would be a thing.
Well, like the
It
other.
seems to invalidate paladins that prefer ranged weapons.
Well, they can't use normal smite. Normal smite, you have to make a melee attack. On a successful melee attack, it's normal smite.
Yeah, well, that's a smite, as in like.
The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon, ripped it right out of Searing Smite's description. It is the first line.
Okay.
Oh.
Unless Connor wants to rule it differently, obviously.
Yeah, I probably won't rule it differently.
Okay, I'll just swap that out for a different spell then, because then it's useless to me.
Okay. So then, while that's happening, you all have readied spells.
Yeah. Do you want us to say what we ready?
Sure.
Sure. Ready a javelin.
Okay.
I'm readying my class. I'm readying a Channel Divinity Path to the Grave. But I'm specifically wanting to use it for Biff.
What am I getting serious?
Who's going? Actually, yeah, I'm going to wait until right before assault attacks because I'm assuming they're going to go.
How long does rage last for?
A minute.
A minute.
So six rounds.
Okay.
But it's a bonus action, so you could use it now before it begins. But I'm trying to save Path to the Grave to before assault attacks.
So I'll enrage, or no. Yeah, I'll prepare rage.
What is everyone preparing actually?
I'm going to prepare a spell. Well, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. What spell are you using?
I have not decided yet. I think I'm going to go with...
Did we ever figure out what?
This is gonna determine my ability. What I'm doing with it.
Did we figure out what he attacks with?
I'm going to prepare Earth Tremor.
Scythe.
And I'm going to...
He has a big ass scythe.
Like
It's not
like
real
element
damage.
though. Like
It does.
No, you have no idea what he does.
Probably necrotic.
because I can give everyone
Because I can make
like
vulnerable
resistance to
that
fire.
damage.
It's like
Well,
they're
I was
like in
gonna
a
make it a
certain
different type of
radius.
I can still make it vulnerable.
How big is
Half the
Meglaroth?
power.
What's his size category?
He's large.
Okay, so I'm going to prepare Ensnaring Strike on my
Yeah.
arrow.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna ready it for Whitney's attack.
I'm going to try and go first, and I'm going to cast...
But let me go first so I can do my ability, which is gonna make your attack do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm going to cast Earth Tremor, but it's going to be...
What does evasion
It's
do?
going to do force damage.
Ryan, what does your thing give me?
I can choose to have the thing attack me instead of you, and
How
also
long does
I
it
gain like
stay,
evasion or something.
Yeah,
It's the first
if-
attack.
the first
if you
attack?
make
That's
a
why I'm
dexterity
assuming it's damage.
save.
Well,
if
I
you
only do
fail,
1d6,
you take half damage,
and then I
if you
knock it
succeed,
prone.
You take no
So
damage.
they might do more damage.
Awesome.
What is the damage?
What's your health?
die?
104,
What is the damage die you are dealing?
108.
What?
What is the damage die you will be using for your attack?
A D4.
What weapon are you using?
I'm using dual scimitars.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do it.
Isn't
for,
Dual Scimitars 2d4?
Yeah, it's 2D4.
Actually,
He said dice.
Connor, I'll
Yeah.
do Hail of
I think he's
Thorns.
trying to calculate who's going to do the most damage in this next thing.
Okay.
So-
Because I with rage I get like +3
What
and
is
stuff.
how much damage?
1d6 with 5.
I'll be preparing it before Biff's attack. Actually, what is Ari doing for damage?
So I have an arrow readied, and I have cast Hail of Thorns on it, which gives me... I'm going to be casting it at 3rd level, so it'll give me 3d10
Yeah,
on
I'm
top
definitely. I'm
of...
preparing it for you. I'm preparing it for you then.
What are you?
I'm using my ability
Do you not think
right
I
before
can-
yours, so that
To
it
give
is-
me Hail of Thorns, so I don't have to cast
No,
it?
I am making it vulnerable to the damage for the first turn. So you're
Okay.
dealing double damage.
Oh, how lovely.
Just him
Alright.
or everyone else?
Just
So-
that attack.
I will go ahead and do that.
All right, so you guys are all ready in your attacks. Ivan is readying a blood attack.
What size mini do you want?
For Ivan.
Or not for Ivan. I already have one out there for Ivan. With
Okay,
the torch and
he's
sword.
large. I'll need
Ivan's
a.
large?
Not Ivan, sorry. Meglaroth is large.
Meglaroth is large?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use like the golem.
Cool. So, you hear this.
Rock monster.
No, just
You hear this step,
sounds like going good.
step, and then step. Like it just keeps inching closer and closer until finally Meglaroth enters. And seeing him up close, all of you, even to you, even though you've seen him, Derek, I mean, he's a very intimidating figure. He's 9 feet tall, utterly massive, wearing a black robes with black wings that are behind this scythe that is big, and it's very elegant, made of silver and obsidian. He has, like I said, 3 horns that go one on each side and then one up top that kind of tilts outwards, but they're all cut to be flat to symbolize that he is not a royal anymore. And so his metaphorical, like his crown has basically been taken, and then he is standing here menacingly and notices all of you, and then he says, "Ah, the party has arrived." And he kind of just looks, and
then we all do our attacks.
you all attack, right?
Oh, the party! Oh, good lord!
Who's gonna attack first?
Me, because I can make him prone. Or actually, he should go first because.
Yes. So right as he kind of jokes, Zadorus opens up the music box and it plays a little bit, but this little flicker of light goes out.
Oh dang,
And
he
it
dies.
lands
Damn it.
immediately,
No.
and it lands on the arrow Ari is about to shoot, and I use Path to the Grave. And right as the arrow shoots, it rides with it, and it hits far stronger than it once would have, as
Okay.
he is vulnerable to all the damage Ari is doing with this attack,
Okay. And then
which means double damage.
I messed up his voice. It's, "Ah, the party has arrived." There we go. That's
It sounded a bit like Bane the first time, yeah.
Of course.
oh jeez, not this again. Every time we mention his name, it's
Of course. I was born in the dark.
okay. Sorry.
And then Zadorus is gonna hide behind cover.
Okay.
What the frick is my D4? I hate this dice.
This initial attack. Where is it? What? This is never an attack.
Natural 1. Okay, so who's attacking next? Actually, no. You see his arrow not really fizzle out, but Megalorath catches it and then breaks it in his hand and throws it to the ground.
Light just sears into his hand because it's still the first attack that hits this thing.
Okay.
I've hit him with it technically. I just flavored it a bit weird.
So-
The first hit on him does double damage.
Which is going to be mine now.
Okay, so then he does notice his hands glowing a little bit,
It's just
but
searing, and he sees like visions of like
Death.
just, like he's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel faintly ahead of him,
okay.
so to speak.
So he and then he starts to look over to whoever's attacking him. Who's attacking?
I'm casting Earth Tremor, so he's going to need to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
To
15.
Hold on, I have to, because
Okay.
I changed it on the other thing. I added the +1 to my intelligence, but I didn't add it over here. No, he fails. So he takes 1d6 force damage as the ground underneath him shatters under this immense weight, sort of like a gravity sort of thing, and he just gets slammed on his face and gets thrown prone, and the ground shatters around him.
Mm-hmm.
So for what's the area effect? Okay, 10 feet. So the 10 feet around him, like the 10 squares that he's occupying, since it's stone, it counts as rough terrain. So, yeah. And he takes 1d6, but he's vulnerable, so double the damage. Oh, that jump. Okay, he takes 4 force damage
Man, my ability was so good.
as he gets slammed to the ground and knocked prone.
Do melee attack or
You'll have advantage on it.
Ryan-
Range attacks have
Ryan-
disadvantage.
yeah.
Ryan, do you want to do melee attack? Because when I rage, I
Well,
move
I-
half my movement.
It depends on how strict Connor's gonna be. I said I held an action to throw a javelin.
Stop.
Well, it's technically it's whenever it's if you're like it's melee attacks. It doesn't matter how far it is. No, it does. I can't remember if the rule is you have to be 5 feet next to them to do it.
5 feet is also disadvantage. for a ranged attack, and then.
Yeah, I know, but
So, Connor, I said I was gonna hold an action to throw a javelin. Can I change that?
What are you wanting to do?
I want to stab him whenever I get in range. Whenever Slup gets in range.
Yeah, sure, that'll be fine.
Cool. So, I'll rage, and whenever I rage, I move half my movement.
Rage.
Dun, 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 dun.
You can't run through that.
I can't run.
You gotta move around.
Yeah.
15.
Can you move on a surprise round?
he's raging as his action, and whenever he rages, he can
So
move
is
half
that
his
a-
movement.
I don't know if that's close.
You can hit him. Because he's occupying all 4 of those squares. He's a large.
Okay.
Okay. Is that our surprise round?
Ryan needs to
Ryan
attack.
gets to
And
attack.
then I shall attack him with my sword. Do I get 2 attacks or is only 1 since it's a surprise round?
You should just get 1.
I think
Oh,
it's
he
just
takes
one.
4. He takes 4 damage.
Takes 4? Okay.
Yeah. Because of my
Little
like.
guys were doing so much damage
'Cause
this
I have-
surprise round.
Well, I have Storm Herald, and it's like.
That was a 27.
I should have just led with fairy
27
fire
hits.
and then
Yeah.
waited to do that.
That's fine.
Because that way you did something.
Okay, that's
More
11 magical slashing and then 6 fire.
Okay. So 11, so 17 in total.
Yeah.
I should have buffed up your attack. But hey, that's how the dice fell. It's fine.
Hey.
Okay. So now it is
We gotta roll.
your turn.
Initiative?
No, it's Ivan's turn.
Oh yeah, Ivan did his.
Which one's Ivan?
Yeah,
This one?
That one. Yeah. Torch.
All right.
He could have moved a little bit forward if he can't hit.
I can hit him right there. So then Ivan's going to do this kind of he can control blood basically, and he's going to look up and then take from this pipe, and he's gonna break it open, and blood's going to come out, and he's gonna basically control it in the air and then toss a spear through Megalorath, and it's going to not do anything because he got a natural 1.
Hey, 2 times.
So
You would have advantage though, I thought. Cause
You'd have disadvantage. It's a ranged attack.
yeah. So
Which is why I waited to do my spell after you attack.
and after that,
My bad.
it is now everybody's initiative.
Yay!
Please, oh baby, oh mama, oh baby.
Oh, are you kidding me?
me and rolling absolute ass tonight.
We all did, it sounds like.
What?
I've rolled such ass. This is literally.
What'd you get,
I rolled a
Harry?
2
I rolled a 1. Get on my level.
after I did the dice test too.
I stole everyone's luck.
What'd you get?
28.
Oh, I got a 10.
Hey, okay, so you and Ivan will be going at the same time. Hang on.
I got a
Okay.
natural 20.
So who? You got the highest.
I got
28.
a 28.
do like the
Okay.
25 or 20.
28, then 10, then 6, then 2, then 1.
Well, actually,
3.
that's
Zadorus
I get-
was prepared.
Who has
No,
6?
I get
He has 7.
I get
he
3
didn't tell me the
'cause-
plus.
Okay, I
I
have
have, like,
I have
plus 2 or
6,
something.
so I'll go after you. What'd you get, Ethan?
Okay, so
What?
What'd you get?
3.
20 to 15. Okay, 15 to 10.
10. I rolled a 5 and I have a plus 5 to initiative.
Okay, and then 10 to 5.
6.
Okay. Okay. So,
My 3.
Matthew will be going first.
Did you put me 3?
So,
What are you got 3?
Yeah, I got
I
3.
wasn't even going to put you on the list.
Forgot.
Frick you!
Forgot about 5 and low.
all right.
Okay.
So, Zadorus, seeing that we had a pretty piss poor first round, is just deciding we need a little bit of help, and so is going to cast, using a 5th level spell slot, Summon Celestial, which I'm imagining we
No.
flavor to be like a
Grim Reaper.
warrior type thing of Devi's family, like a big important figure from the Devi past just brings them back for a bit to aid in this fight.
Brings who back?
Just like someone from the Devi family that was a big warrior or something, someone really important from the
Okay.
family's past.
Yeah. So
And probably also swap out the radiant damage.
What size is this creature?
This creature is large.
Large. Oh god,
Yep.
we're running out of
okay.
cards.
So then the Devi wolf.
Just use the dice.
It's a beast.
Check the bag.
isn't a large.
It can be if you
No,
want
it
to.
can't.
You can imagine.
And
That's the point of D&D. You imagine.
Hey, just get a wolf.
I was gonna get one of the golems.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah, that
unless
works.
it's a creature.
It's a wolf.
Okay.
yeah. And just because this is Dark Souls inspired, so we're
Do-
gonna go with Defender mode, so it has
Do-
a mace in its mouth.
Okay.
And it's going. It can also fly.
The Masse, and it's
The wolf can fly.
Yeah, this spirit can fly.
Why
it
can
has
fly?
wings sprouting out of its butt.
That's terrifying. Why? It doesn't do that. I asked that the
It just
listeners
floating.
ignore
The
that.
wolves that we have are huge.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, there are
Holy crap! That is
there
huge.
No.
there are
Like huge isn't like the
there
the
are
size.
dire wolves in there.
Stop.
Anytime it gets awkward, I just do it.
Are we having a
But you did
circle?
it before you're like,
Are we having a circle?
Whoa!
jerk?
What the fuck? No.
no,
Don't
what?
touch me.
I was tempted to make
About to.
That's why I
Ah!
wore socks. Harry, you need to wear socks, man. Come on.
No, socks are for plebs.
Come on, man. We wear socks.
Well, yeah, but it's not our house.
My freaking like
Socks are for straight people.
my toenails are falling off because of soccer.
Ooh,
That's
That's-
why would you tell us that?
nasty.
And why would you tell them that you play soccer? Now they know who you are.
Oh no.
It's Lionel
It's
Messi.
almost like
He plays D&D.
So Zadorus just kind of looks around, summons the wolf. It just floating in the air so people can go beneath it and still do a damage, and it's going to take a number of attacks equal to this.
They
Okay,
should be in
makes
the undead
2 attacks
bag.
with advantage because this is melee.
They're dire wolves, so they're undead.
Do these 2.
But they were just big
Okay,
wolves.
that's terrible.
Dire wolves
That
are
is-
undead.
Direwolves
Any
are just-
dire
hit,
creature is
just
undead.
big.
Plus my spell attack modifier.
Dire means big.
Yeah, plus my spell attack modifier. So that's a 17 to hit.
Why do they
17
have
doesn't
bones
hit.
protruding out of
That's
their
one
backs?
one miss,
Blue eye.
and that's 22.
22 hits.
22 to hit is going to do a D10 plus
See? Big.
plus 3 plus the spell's level, so plus 8. Okay.
Okay.
What do we want to change the damage to? For
Here,
radiant,
you
because
sit
that doesn't
down.
make
I'll
sense.
look through them. My turn isn't coming up for a while anyway.
Necrotic.
Necrotic, got it. So it'll do a D10 of necrotic damage plus 8. That's decent enough. That is 13 necrotic damage, and is going to give within 10 feet of the target is going to give
You said 13?
13 damage, and is going to give Biff a D10 of temporary hit points. Biff, you get 8 temp HP.
Where's my... Man, I can't even find my combat music.
That
app.
is the attack the wolf does.
So... Hang on.
Go ahead.
This
and
is me
math.
doing math.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I had a bag labeled lichens.
So that's where dire wolves were.
Yeah,
He's lying to us.
a bag of lichen robes. Where I put it. I need to change
Here
it.
is your goal.
Okay. So... You hit him. He seems to...
That's my means.
I mean, he's kind of laying down. You don't see really what he does, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel the best.
Also,
That's
And now it is
I
Megaloraths.
don't think I have any bonus actions.
this
to
is
use
kind
either,
of like
so
a silly detail.
just
Dire wolves are just large beasts.
Beasts?
Zadorus.
They're considered beasts?
Zadorus, after summoning it, just takes cover again, and then Wolfie attacks.
We don't do that here. It's forbidden.
This is It's
What?
like a silly detail, but me mounted on the centaur, I'm just like a little bit taller than, probably like a foot taller.
You're.
Because I'm 8 feet taller than the horse body.
Yeah, I mean, you would be a little bit. He's 9 feet, so it's
How
his
tall
turn
is the ceiling in here?
for 85 feet.
Okay, he's good.
So, Megalorath is going to use his half of his movement to.
Question: if something's in rough terrain and it uses its movement to stand up, does the rough terrain also count for it standing? So then it uses 3/4 of its movement to stand up, or does it
Yeah,
just
well-
use half of its movement to
I
stand
can
up?
check that.
I don't know, since it's technically not moving.
I mean, it's not moving horizontally. It's moving.
I mean, but it's still using its
vertically.
movement, you know.
Yeah.
And like, if there's like a loose stone and he like tries to get up and he slips, that's a thing. Like, it could be. He's like on like rough chunks of like unstable.
Yeah.
Right
I mean,
You
I
should
would.
just be able
I
to
would rule
fail
it
getting
as he
up.
would use more of his
He's
movement.
stuck down there forever.
He just like fell over and tried to get back up.
She's my boss.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it matters because was he gonna move afterwards anyways?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
After he
At this
stood up.
close? No.
after he stood up, because he has two people.
No, he's not going to move.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter. That was just an inquiry question. That I think you can tell us the answer.
So he's going, as soon as he stands up, he's going to shed his black robe to reveal just how spiky and not scaly, but just how many spikes are coming off of his skin and his back towards his back and everything. And he's going to pull off his massive scythe and then kind of to the ground, and the blade's going to get bigger, and it's like kind of, think of the blade, the Game of Thrones chair, how it's multiple layers of blades. That's kind of how this is. There's two blades, and then there's one in the middle, and then there's two blades, and then one in the middle, and that just keep going to make it scythe blade.
Just like
kind of-
jagged.
Yeah, so that whenever he hits something, it rips it instead of going clean through.
Ugh.
According to what it says, it seems like it just takes a flat half of your movement because it isn't moving.
Okay.
It just burns half of your movement.
And then Megalorath is going to take it, and he's going to swing at you.
Oh no.
And 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Hey, use my reaction to attack him.
okay.
Signal?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have parry.
Speak that way with
Two.
your hand over your
So,
mouth.
I just like
No,
move
don't.
a bunch of the
Don't do it.
I was born in the dark.
You want me to turn the light off now?
No.
Okay.
Unless. Hold on, I can.
Honestly, like we can start just as general routine. Keep those on.
How do we
It's
make
not
that?
that
How do I make
bad.
this red?
Is that the small remote?
Yeah.
Yeah, just aim it at it.
Point
Press
it
red.
straight up.
Oh, okay.
23 to hit.
Yeah, 23 hits.
It'll be brighter in the future.
That is.
Projector.
There will be a point where we won't even have it up there because we'll have a projector.
Well, I was thinking that we could just like put the projector on the side of it, so that way we could have both.
That's 20 damage.
I don't
Okay.
know how the light would react with the projector though.
I mean, the projector's like this big and weighs
Yeah.
like.
Okay.
less than 5
And then
pounds.
you take 23 slashing damage.
Oh, okay. That would work.
Also, it probably doesn't matter, but the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay. So I can't move at all then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of, wait.
That's
Oh.
of the turn.
Okay. Rest of
And then
just blink.
he's going to
bully
look
this demon.
at this wolf. And how tall is the wolf
The
in the
wolf
air?
was flying up in the air, like, I think I said 5 feet, just because that made sense where it would still be able to hit it while he's knocked on the ground.
Okay. So then he's going to use his second attack and hit the wolf.
Let me double
Tw-
the static
How
on.
much damage did you
I took 12. How much is this?
21.
That is.
Okay. He's going to take his scythe and attach it to it and kind of pick himself up and slam him to the ground. He's going to land in the same spot,
Okay.
but he's going to throw it and deal 17 slashing to it.
Alright.
And that is the end of his turn. And it is now Derek's.
Okay.
Whitney.
Whitney's gonna run forward, and as he does, he pulls out. He switches how he's holding his cane to hold it sort of like a spear instead of like a walking stick that it is, and then he's gonna like start running and say craw, and you're gonna watch as like these ice spikes start to like form on the end of his thing, and he's gonna run up, and on the opposite side of that it's gonna give him advantage, so he's gonna attack and make a stabbing attack and try and like stab him in the back as he's facing the wolf.
Okay.
Okay, that is 16 plus.
Doesn't.
Plus 10, so 26.
That is.
Okay. So he takes 1d8 plus 6. Ooh, nice. That is 15 cold damage. Oh, plus my fucking sneak attack. I'm an idiot. I've never played a rogue, so hold
Don't
on.
worry.
My sneak attack is 3d6.
Can you do sneak attack for spells?
This isn't a spell.
Okay.
I was activating this is my magic weapon that I got. I took a sword that I could make it I took a fucking walking stick that can turn into a sword that can do necrotic, cold, or psychic damage depending on my activation word. And it just does, and it's like I think it's a +1 weapon as well, which is why it has +10. So 3d6, so that's 5. 11, so 26 damage, like total of 26 cold damage.
Okay.
As I fucking just stab him in the back.
You get a visceral.
How much was that? 26?
Yeah, 26.
You got a visceral attack on this boss.
And that is... Yeah, that's gonna... Oh. And then I'm going to slip through the doorway behind him with the last of my movement, so that way I'm on the opposite side of Biff and Sulp.
Okay.
So that way they have advantage.
And with that being the end of your... Oh, yeah, you and Ivan attack together. So, Ivan is going to look at him, and he's going to kind of manifest... Because the blood is kind of dripping still, he's going to manifest a sword, and then he's going to do the same thing. 5, 10, 15, and he's going to...
He has advantage, by the way.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay.
He now gets the flanking benefit of me being on the backside.
Okay, so he got a 21, which does not hit, and so he's just kind of there, and he kind of goes to attack, but then Megalorath grabs the blade, and it just turns to actual blood whenever he whatchamacallit? Whenever Ivan loses control of it.
Nice.
21 did not hit?
21 didn't, no.
Okay.
And then it is Ryan's turn.
Okay, I shall be a boring fighter and swing. Okay, I'm not gonna use that.
Do the funny one. Like fire.
Shit.
You're a battle master, right?
Don't remember.
Do you have...
Well,
maneuvers?
you chose a cavalry so that you could a cavalier, so
No,
you
I
could
didn't.
get
I
benefits.
He chose a feat.
Yeah, mounted.
He chose mounted combat.
So he can give me evasion.
Why wouldn't you do cavalier? That would make
Because
sense.
because then he would be completely reliant on his character.
Yeah.
Samurai.
Samurai.
Okay. The first one misses. The second one,
You're rolling with advantage, right?
yes,
Okay.
that misses as well. I'm going to use. I don't want to use action services. I kind of just missed twice. Okay, I'll use my bonus action to give myself fighting spirit which gives me advantage, but I already have, and also gives me 10 temporary HP.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
So this would replace the 8 we already have.
All right, Harry. It is now your turn.
It doesn't it?
Yeah, did you give that only to me?
Yeah, I can only give it to you because I only hit once.
Okay, then I'm not going to use Fighting Spirit. I'll just take the 8.
Alright, so no fighting spirit yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Harry.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. You don't know Harry.
Once you get hit, you can definitely.
It's just, I don't know,
Spend it.
honestly. Because, like, I was originally going to cast Fairy Fire, but the only issue is a lot of you are around there, so that would be kind of counterintuitive.
It would help
if I
with the
did that.
it would help us ranged people though.
It would, but the problem is the people that are within range of that spell, that he would get advantage against you guys on attacks.
And I mean,
I mean, you
everyone
could
there
angle-
already has advantage. The only thing that would be helping would be the spells and the bad guy.
Just
And
use
then-
Fireball, Harry.
That would be even
all around
worse.
it. I have fire resistance. It's okay.
Use
Actually,
bless,
wait.
you cleric.
Me, Biff, and Ivan all have fire resistance.
Once
That's
all of
my
our,
average
once a
thing.
round goes by, is that almost a minute
No.
for us?
That's 6 seconds.
Yeah, around.
Because
six.
each thing.
We're all doing our attacks at once pretty much in the combat. Instead of us sitting around and be like, has a minute gone by, can
Oh,
I
I
go
thought
now?
it was 6 seconds per turn.
That's what we had that conversation before.
Yeah.
Matthew corrected us. that
Yeah,
it was
because that doesn't work at all with the balancing with like a minute long spell. Because then it's like, if a combat was too long, then it's like it wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Also, just lets the abilities last
Yeah.
longer.
Because then it's not like as a barbarian. You have
Yeah,
to
I
spend
don't have to
all
rage
3.
every single time.
Yeah.
It only lasts.
The highest
Okay.
I got was a 20.
So,
I did like 40 damage to him, and I didn't hit him on my turn.
and I guess I'll just try and hit him with my bow.
Okay.
Do it. Hit the man.
And I guess I'll pump in and ensnaring strike.
Can you go see if the set back to 80?
It was on 80.
Or no.
It
It'll
auto
auto
resets.
set.
Yeah.
Maybe turn
Put it down.
Back
Put it to 69.
Nice.
Yeah. Ah, haha.
I'll do a hail of thorns.
Okay.
69.
Yes.
Did you roll another natural one?
It's 3. 11.
11 doesn't hit.
Harry, I'm sorry I stole your weapon.
Your spell, whenever you cast it, just kind of fizzled out, and he looks at you and he smirks. And it is now. Wait, that's the end of your turn, right? Aaron?
I saw my bonus.
Okay, he's got a bonus action. Okay, and he's going to
You did use a
retaliate
leveled
and
spell,
snap your
so-
soul.
Use the leveled spell, so you don't think you can do it.
Oh, I didn't remember. Yeah, that was my bonus.
Okay.
Isn't
Okay, I'm done.
so? Isn't Hail of Thorns a bonus action to cast, and then whenever you attack, it's your action, or is it a spell that uses?
It
your
is
action?
your turn.
It's a bonus action,
Okay,
and then
so
whenever
you
you make
already
a
used a
melee
bonus
attack that hits, it uses the spell.
So you did already use your bonus
Okay.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said that you had your bonus action.
I thought I did, but then I realized, oh wait, I cast that.
I'm gonna go
Wait,
ahead and just
wait.
attack with my double scimitar.
I'll use my
twice.
D10.
Oh.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
That's
Does that hit?
21. It doesn't hit.
21 doesn't hit.
Yeah, I haven't missed earlier with the 21.
It's a high AC.
21 misses?
It's
Yeah.
It's a big demon.
Don't worry, I have a +9 on my scimitar.
It's your first encounter and you're level 10. What? Why would? Or,
Oh, I rolled.
No, you're not
like,
level 10.
actual
You're
dog
level.
water.
You're level
Wow.
10.
You're basically level, like 13 though, because I've
Oh,
given you
wait.
so many extra points.
We get advantage,
Okay.
right?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
On
Whatever.
the.
Yeah, you get
Oh
advantage.
yes, I needed that. Okay.
Better than a 1.
So 21 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Okay. I'll use my D4.
Bad juju.
Okay. 23.
23 hits.
Okay. I'll just freaking put that over there.
Wow, you used everything.
And then those
two
hit.
fours.
Is that your damage dice as well?
What are you rolling?
22.
22 damage.
No, to hit.
Oh,
How
22
many
hits.
attacks do you have?
No, it's a. Wait.
But
What
he's
are you?
rolled
Wait, yeah.
4
What are you
times.
doing?
Oh, I
He's
thought
rolled a total of 8 dice.
Oh, I thought double scimitar was like one eat. Never mind.
No.
I'm foolish. Okay.
A double scimitar is like the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
twin blades.
My bad.
Well, okay, so
I mean, and it's also a two-handed weapon, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So you can't attack with your offhand.
so then
I mean, it's
So I'm trying to
technically
figure out
adding in the offhand
Well, I'm trying to figure out
already.
which dice to apply now. I don't know.
Well, why'd you rolled 4 times?
Well, because I thought it was like one per.
Well, it
like,
should just be your
D4.
first 2 attacks.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Your first 2 attacks. One
Okay.
of them hit.
So
one
one
of
so
them-
hit.
one of them did. Okay.
One hit.
So one hit.
So now
okay.
you roll 2d4 plus.
Oh, I hate these freaking D4s. They're bull crap.
Why did you give yourself the weapons that had you use them?
I don't know. I wanted to be cool. I always use the ones with like D6s or D8s.
I mean, this one theoretically you get more damage
Yeah.
because at the minimum you do 2 damage rather than 1.
Plus your
Except for
modifiers.
great sword is 2d6.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And then the maul is like 2d10. I think.
But a double scimitar, I believe, is a finesse weapon.
No. Yeah, double scimitar is finesse.
So,
Maul is really
so monks and rangers.
So what are you doing?
Hold
Okay,
20 damage.
20 damage.
20
Okay.
damage. What?
Because I rolled a 4 on each of my
Got
D4s.
he
8?
got 8 damage.
And then I get 4 from my like
Rage.
my rage like aura things. I'm Storm Herald.
Oh, your rage aura.
12.
Yeah. And then
Plus the bonus.
yeah, plus the bonus, and then I do like hold on.
And how did we get from 4 to 12?
Yeah.
4.
And then
Four, we have 4,
Four?
8,
Oh yeah.
12,
because there's 2
Yeah,
fours.
yeah.
plus his bonus.
and then
okay.
like I have like plus 5.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, how
Math.
did we get from 8 to 20?
So you
I'm not fudging my rules, okay? I'm just stupid.
I don't know. Yeah.
I just don't know how Storm Herald works. And
I
was
make
just
an
like,
I make an aura, it does a little bit of damage, and I get
So
resistances. It's
you
pretty
do
cool.
this slashing attack kind of at his legs, and he kind of buckles and recoils in pain, and then quickly stands back up, and it is now. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
No, a maul is 2d6.
And it's your turn, Matthew.
Alright, so for my turn, I am going to.
That'd be like. the
There's
most
no way I
powerful.
can give myself advantage on this. I am aware of that because I am range.
Oh yeah, but there's
I
a
am
going
going
The
to.
most powerful would be like
Yeah.
2d10 or like a d100.
I'm going to
well, but there's no weapons. I
See
use.
peek
Poppy,
around
see
the
Poppy.
corner. I
See
peek
Poppy.
around the corner and I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement. So I have to roll to hit, which
Blurt it
dice
out.
is good.
I'm actually gonna have to bleep this out.
You don't do that.
Why would you? You could just move the microwave.
Come on, Metal
Just
Dice,
move
keep
the
doing
microwave.
good.
It's still gonna take you out. Whisper it. We literally have a problem with the mic not picking up your
I really wish I had advantage on this.
You
I
missed.
I need at least an 11 on my dice to hit.
Okay.
So I got an 8. So Ray of Enfeeblement is a wasted spell slot. And that's fine. Because Wolfie still gets his attacks.
Okay.
And he does get advantage. Because he's flanking right now, technically, right?
No,
No, that's aside.
there's no one on the opposite side.
Okay.
Yeah, we need.
If Wolf got like above the doorway, could they technically flank?
The floor.
Like, if they were like.
If they were occupying the 5 feet above my head,
Yeah.
probably yeah.
Would you say that counts?
Or they could just occupy the 5 feet next to me.
Yeah. Would that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Occupies next to you. And does its 2 attacks. Let me load up the spell again because this
Wait,
is.
would him coming behind me? That would give me an advantage, right?
left it.
Yeah, it hasn't left your attack range.
He's
Oh,
just
okay.
around.
Yeah, it just kind of gone
Sort of just
around.
flew over his head, yeah.
Yeah.
Or passed through. He's a ghost.
Yep. It's going to do. To hit, it is spell attack modifier, so plus 11. That misses. And misses. Waste its turn. That's my turn.
Okay. So it is now Meglorath's turn.
One of the
And
most
It's almost like a
under-
22 AC is hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, even still, we
Yeah.
have done
When we
decent
do
damage.
hit, we do a ton of damage.
So
Probably has like 200
that
HP.
capping AC at only at 20 in my games isn't so bad. Huh,
Just use
guys?
attacks where you used to roll
So-
like dexterity or something.
he's going to who's
Well, I'm
right in
gonna
front?
also
Ivan's right in
that.
front, right?
We can counter high ACs by using Dex.
Actually-
However, it could.
So
it
spells
probably
are-
has
Well,
Um,
they'll have to be AOE
Biff?
Yeah.
type
He's
spells.
going to kind of look at you,
Even single target spells have saves. Like,
and then
majority
he's
spells
going
have
to
saves.
Yeah, I
take
know.
his scythe and kind of fly up in the air and then attach it. Let's see what if he hits you though. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to attach his scythe like inside your rib cage basically, and he's going to fly up and then go around and toss you down into the ground. So you're going to be coming off him.
He's taped.
Oh.
Ryan,
Okay.
teleport.
So you'll be right
you
here,
can
and then you're gonna
teleport
land
back
right
on.
here, and then Ivan and your character are going to need to make dexterity saving throws.
You no longer get to.
And
I mean, can I still wait? How much damage did you take? Did you
I
just grab
hang
him?
on. I'm calculating that because he threw him into the ground,
Okay, because
taking.
I wanted to parry, which like I don't negate it, but I just make
Why
him take
don't
a
you
little
use
bit
your
less
teleport
damage.
Reaction.
Yeah, use your
Yeah, I
teleport.
already used my reaction.
For what?
When?
Oh, for
To
attacking.
Sentinel. I attack.
You had your last
You
attack.
would-
though.
You had a turn.
so you
and
had your
it's a
last
new
turn,
turn.
so you
It's a
can
new
teleport
turn.
back
now
on.
Okay, yeah, then I'll teleport. I'll use my reaction to teleport.
Okay. So then he misses that attack,
But
and
it gets back on.
no, he can't get back on.
Well, doesn't he only teleport 5 feet?
Yeah.
Teleports up. Back on.
Oh yeah.
I get.
What?
Okay. So then he's gonna look at you and he's going to do the exact same thing. Okay. 26 to hit.
Yes, and also hit.
26 hits?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nothing
good.
you can do.
Now!
Now he does his thing and you and Ivan have to do dexterity saving throws.
I'm gonna parry Biff or whatever.
You're gonna
You're
parry
parry me?
Biff?
No, like because
How can you parry
I'm gonna
an
take
AoE
off some of the
attack?
damage
Okay.
that he does.
And then you take 17 slicing damage with the bleed effect.
Remove 13.
Okay.
And remove 13?
Yeah,
actually
it's a
re-
D10 plus my proficiency.
Okay.
I
I
rolled a 9.
remove 10 because I take 3 damage off from physical attacks.
So then you you took 13 off, so you take 2 damage.
What?
You
Right.
take 2 damage.
You
No,
take
from
2
his. I'm taking off his thing because I'm parrying. The
Oh, you
attacking
take
down him.
13 off him?
Yeah, because it's an adjacent creature.
Okay.
Wait, 13 off or I'm taking 13 damage.
Taking 13 damage off of it.
Off,
You're
okay.
Off the
taking-
total.
You're taking 17.
So you only take 4.
So you only take 4
damage.
So I take 1 damage because I take 3 off because of my heavy armor master feat.
Okay, so you take 1 damage.
And I also have temp HP, so I don't have to take.
Okay, so
Just 1 damage.
then it is.
It doesn't.
What did you make for your dexterity saving throw?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on.
And then Ivan failed his.
Okay.
This is.
13.
That fails. So you are knocked prone.
What? I'm a horse. Make me fall over.
Okay, and then
You
Ivan.
so massive.
And then
land on top
Ivan
of Biff's leg
is going.
and crack it open.
Ivan's going to get blown back, and then he's going to go prone. And then he's going to use his movement to. Can I get a thing to stand on, so that Meglorath can
I can grab another box.
fly?
What'd you
not
knock
over
me over with? What'd you do?
Remember
I
the
threw
ground.
him into the ground
No, but how'd you knock me over?
because of the. Dude, he's 8 feet tall.
No, how did you knock us both over?
because you're
He
both
hit you
right
with-
there.
Oh,
With
you
Biff.
bowling balled us. Okay.
I.
You didn't specify that, okay?
How high up does he fly?
A little. He'll be a little higher than that.
So.
Yeah, and then
Doesn't slide off.
he starts flying, and then
Everyone around
after
you
all that,
can
you
do the
see
attack.
his hand.
Hold.
Yeah, that are all prone.
Except for Jared.
You see,
Ghost.
You're within range. You get an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Take an
And the
opportunity.
ghost.
Okay.
If that.
I mean,
Yeah. Is he leaving the ghost's range?
No, he's just
Okay.
flying straight
So,
up.
Yeah, the ghost doesn't. Wolfie doesn't get one.
Do I go on?
No, you're prone.
Oh, is that not work? Oh, if you're prone, you
Damn,
can't.
that's a 21.
I can't.
No.
I can't just like.
Prone people don't get opportunity attacks. That makes sense, but I don't know for
I
sure.
I don't think prone people get reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't
And then
remember. Yeah.
he,
I don't have.
Hey, I'll say this.
you're gonna see his fist kind of light up.
Use your reaction to teleport.
You're gonna see his fist kind of light up red, and he's gonna grin, and it is Derek's turn.
He has a glowing fist. Look out.
How far is he?
About 5 feet.
Oh, I did the.
Okay.
No, okay.
Uh,
It's not. Okay.
I'm gonna stand under him,
Okay.
look up, and I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath with cold.
Nice.
But I want to specifically try and hit his hand. Like I'm aiming at
The
his
one
hand.
that's kind of flowing with magical energy.
Actually, no. I'm going to, instead of Dragon's Breath, I'm going to cast a second level magic missile, but I'm going to aim at his hand, and they automatically hit. Second level means that there's 4, so it's 4d4 plus 4 cold damage as it slams into his hand. 2, 4, 7.
Out of curiosity, how damaged is he
10.
looking?
He's looking like he's starting to get some damage on him, but he's
He's not bloodied.
not bloodied.
So I'm gonna move back to this spot. 14 cold damage as I launch these sort of like ice spikes at his hand that they just sort of and like just fucking cripple his hand. Just
It was frost, you said?
yeah, cold damage.
So you see his hand that he's like really confident, like he's about to do something really big, and you freeze his hand, and then it just kind of shakes a little and then shatters, and he has no hand on this one anymore.
You gave him frostbite.
You
and it
basically
broke his
gave him
hand.
frostbite.
That
in
is
his
the
hand.
spell that I have.
And he is like taken aback, and then he looks at you.
Oh, great heavens!
And he, instead of holding his scythe down, he kicks it up over his shoulder. And then it is, okay, Ivan's turn. So Ivan, maybe he can.
Gets up.
Okay, 23. He hits.
Yay,
oh yeah,
good
and
job,
he gets
Ivan.
up. And then he's going to do.
Did something.
He's going to his, now that he's got his wrist semi-exposed and it's a little bloodied, he's going to snap his fingers and cast
Ivan is higher.
blood meld, and it's going to cause an explosion in his hand that is going to, you're going to see a just an explosion, kind of mini implosions in his forearm going all the way up his bicep, causing these red blisters to grow and then simultaneously explode. And he's going to take 16 blood loss. He's going to take 16 damage, and it's going to incur blood loss. So he's a 70.
So what does blood loss do?
On each one of your turns, you lose one. You roll a d4, and then you lose
You lose that amount.
for the next 2 turns.
Okay. 104 plus 7, 10 HP.
And then after that,
Because I only took 1 damage between all the negation.
And the wolf gave him 10.
And
8 temp HP.
then he's going to. Ivan's going to
Check something.
back up, and then.
No, it doesn't say it. Like, the
Out of
temp HP
curiosity,
disintegrates
what
after a turn,
blood
so it still
what
works.
blood magic rules are you using?
Give me 1 second.
Homebrew?
Yeah, homebrew, basically.
Oh,
And then it is. He moved,
Yeah, he did.
and he's going to. No, that's it. That's Ivan's turn, and it is now Ryan's turn.
If-
And blood loss and stuff is kind of just my own homebrew. That's what the spells he's using since he's a blood mage, which is something that I was working on.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I didn't know if you were using Critical Role or
I don't think he knew Critical Role had it.
I didn't.
Okay, so
He's using water spells just with like food guy.
I'd say
He's using Control Water.
I take 4 damage from
Your blood loss?
bleed. Yes.
Okay.
So
and then
that's 3 temp left.
Yeah. And then
you'll have to do that next turn, and then you'll be good.
Yeah. I use my movement to stand up. I still have advantage because Gabe's still.
Are you gonna?
He's flying.
Are you gonna freaking?
Well, you're still on the ground, so I can't.
You should get on like his chest and then kick me up and. Ah!
Oh, wait,
That'd be
forgot-
epic.
I
Do
forgot
it.
he's how high in the air? He is?
Just high jump.
Dude, I can
The
kick
wolf
you
was
up.
5 feet. That one went up a
he's-
little bit further.
He's 5. Yeah, he's 6 feet in the air. No, 7 feet in the air, and
I can
in
still,
7.
like-
So he's a total of 16 feet from the bottom of the ground to his head.
Yeah, okay, but I can still.
So you
reach.
can still hit his foot.
Yeah, you can still reach. Like
can
what
still
you
hit
could.
the foot. He's
stab
just
into
floating
it.
because, ooh, look at me, I can float, I'm cool.
And
AKA what
I
the wolf's
shall-
doing.
Do you think on an interaction he could like mount or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So could you hold an interaction?
No, you can't.
How many
You
hits
can't-
have we gotten on him so far?
Quite a bit. He's almost halfway.
Yeah, that's reassuring.
No, how?
We barely hit.
Just let me hit like get like.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You've been barely hitting, but you deal way more damage than I thought you would.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing stopping you is the 22 AC.
Honestly,
taking
I think
12 damage.
I'm going to
He's taking a
probably
single hit
save
point.
that,
Oh, what? You didn't
Raven
do
from
threshold
being at this
damage
point.
too?
Okay.
Well, just wait until you get to his second phase. But
Oh.
you stopped him,
Well, I
and
think we're gonna reach there pretty quickly.
I do a lot more damage, buddy. I'm
'Cause
very tanky.
I, with advantage, I
Okay,
rolled
yes,
a
that-
28 and a 27.
concentration.
Now I'm gonna use action surge.
holy crap!
Yeah, he's like,
He's only like 5 feet up.
yeah. And then I'm gonna attack again. That's 26.
Shoveling chips in your mouth.
How are you getting these dice rolls? I suck.
Harry, just gotta believe,
Okay,
man.
23.
Believe it.
23
You don't
hits.
believe.
Okay, all
it doesn't
4
work.
hits.
Good lord.
I'm gonna get out my
Yeah, he
calculator.
did.
No, he's not gonna die, but that's not gonna feel good.
Ain't no feel.
I think this is my best consideration.
I feel like we're just spending all of our stuff now, and then he's gonna come back in an even worse form.
Yeah, it's not even
I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like.
Supposedly he's more powerful than the other two. So.
The other two what?
Dudes.
The Lich and the Vampire Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As I pull out my flaming greatsword after standing up, I swing and I slash him 4 different times, and I do 78 damage.
I'm just imagining you're doing like a spin in midair.
Okay, because I was about.
Like a ballerina spin where he just has like the blade down. And
Oh,
he's just,
Okay, you
Just
should.
helicopter.
I had something that was gonna be okay with you dealing
re-
so much damage.
It really
can I
is
re-
like it's like Ninjago, you know, Spinjutsu.
Hey, can I retcon what you did since you dealt so much?
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're gonna use your flaming greatsword and you're gonna jump up and basically climb up this guy's back, cutting off both of his wings, and he falls to the ground prone.
He doesn't take damage because he didn't fall
yeah.
far enough.
And his wings, they kind of meld together, and then they become this, not Igor, but this. It's like a goblin, but he's really creepy looking, like super skinny. You can see his rib cage,
He's a
his
raisin.
stomach sunken in, and he's covered in black feathers, and he's like super sketched. And you dealt 78 damage, you said? Holy crap. Okay, so
Man, I wish I did that ability then.
It's just
Maybe
Ryan,
picking
man.
scimitars was the wrong choice.
This is just who Ryan is. He's just gets real quiet for a full 2 minutes, and it's like,
2.0.
yeah,
What did
that's
you pick as your magic weapon?
1,000
Okay,
damage.
Did you pick a magic item at all?
It was like a deck of cards I could make illusions. I don't know.
Why did you pick?
and then
I chose a +2 bow, but that
It's-
apparently didn't help.
Harry's turn.
I don't know.
This is Rig 2.0.
I didn't have anything utility based, so I just got that.
Dude, I thought this fight was gonna be hard. He hasn't even. I can't.
So
Bumps the
Ari,
damage really high.
Here's a tip: legendary actions.
Also
It
called
helps with
making
the
up
action
things on.
economy.
Ari is
Make
going
up-
I just made one
to
up.
put away their bow, and they're going to roll up their sleeves, and
That's it. Do
blood is
nothing?
going
No.
to blood is going to be is going to pour from their arms,
Edgy,
and
bro.
you hear this very screechy sort of chanting coming
Wagga,
from
wagga,
them.
wagga,
And then with the final, the spirits. There's
As an orgasm?
Spirit Guardians.
the ground begins to crack beneath the demon, and this swirling wind of howling spirits is going to begin swirling about the demon. And as I cast Spirit Guardians,
It's around you, technically.
oh, sorry, around myself, and then I'm going to
Run in. Just spirits.
the spirits.
You're like destroying the mic right now. 'cause You're
Yeah, I
screaming into it.
Okay.
So have fun with that. Derek.
What does that thing do?
Freaking wake up and like, so you're like,
The demon person needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
We have a peer on the screen. Volume warning.
21.
you should turn down your headphones.
That makes it
right now.
Especially compared to how quiet everything is normally.
Okay.
Actually, Harry, no, we aren't going to need to adjust the volume. That's going to be heard normally.
That's true.
What do you mean?
With how quiet the audio has been in the videos.
That's not my fault, mister. I'm talking a mile away from my mic. You guys will literally sit there, have your mics in front of you, and then do this. So it's not my fault that it goes quiet whenever you guys decide to talk. You guys can't move like this.
My
But you do this. These mics are stage mics, so you have to talk into them for them to work. You guys are like,
How does this sound?
probably terrible.
You just bump up the audio so much, it's
The
like-
demon takes 22 points of radiant damage.
What do the spirits look like?
Sorry, that gets half, so it's 11
Yeah, what
points
happened?
of radiant
What do
damage.
the spirits look like? Did you
They're like
Are
these.
they like Halloween ghosts?
Basically, yeah, they're like it's like a teardrop like ovular body, but like on the thicker part of like the
Circle,
teardrop.
circle,
Yeah, there's like a
face.
circle for the two eyes, and then this super cartoonish like jack-o'-lantern mouth, and they're just going. "Ah!"
We exist!
just swirling around this dude.
Okay. Is that
You
wait?
should've-
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, the spirit guardians are still up, so as soon
Yeah.
as he finishes his turn, I'll have to do another save and take more damage.
It is now that little gremlin creature's turn.
What?
What is this?
And he is
Creature. He just said that.
he's going to run over to Meglorath, and basically dig his claws into Meglorath's chest, ripping it open, and this orangish red light appears, and his body kind of just melts away, and you see this spirit of yeah, and then this spirit of Meglorath comes out, and he's just you hear a like he can't actually speak, he has no vocal cords, but
Pointing angrily at us.
but yeah, and he doesn't have an actual weapon. Like that was his physical weapon. And this is now it seems like this is his real form. He's not
Tiny like
He's
raisin.
fine, all battle.
he's not what is it? Caged by his mortal shell. Like this is his spirit self, and
He's the Kirby final boss.
it is now that gremlin ripped it apart and then just died, and it's
You served your purpose.
It's what is your purpose? You pull butter. Oh my god. It is.
It just turns into goop.
Yeah, it is Ethan's turn.
Yo, okay.
Do the thing.
So Megalorath is now flying again.
Megalorath has it moved.
Oh yeah. Okay, but dude, no, he didn't even go by.
Just got in the
man.
doorway, got gangbanged
gangbanged.
by a bunch of
Can you make him fly?
Dark Souls characters.
Every time I make a cool boss, you fucking abuse
Hey, at
him.
least we're letting you use the stat sheet.
I can't even get off one of his special attacks. I did his hand thing and he's like, I'm gonna freeze it.
We just did the
made it a charge ability.
we
It's
just
not
all
my fault.
we just all did the take on me dance around him.
Yeah, I didn't want him to feel too unfair since he has a 22 AC, but it doesn't seem like that's a hindrance. Fucking
Yeah.
raped him.
How many people?
Yeah,
I have to mute that.
exactly.
How many people? Who's taken damage?
I took 1.
I took 12.
Actually, no, I took 5 because of bleed damage.
I've been on the side the entire month.
Don't worry, the second phase is more formidable.
And then I was just like, the spirit.
Legendary action. You guys
Connor's
take
like
half
it's more
HP.
formidable.
I am the god of death.
You're all it up on the spot.
Aggressive creativity.
Has immunity to all damage.
He has 25 AC.
I'm gonna hit him with my scimitars. Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
prone, bro. Natural 20 doesn't hit. He's 22's AC. No, I'm kidding. You're good. Frick off. He's immune.
He's got adamantine armor,
Okay.
which actually does cancel out criticals.
Okay, so I hit 2 of them, and I got a crit on 1 of them.
Yay.
Which is weird because it says I gain additional weapon die of damage on a melee
You
crit.
double.
I have another
You
idea.
gain an initial weapon die.
No, like, gain additional weapon die of damage on a melee critical hit.
So you'd roll, if you were doing it by dice, you do 66.
What?
If you're doubling it, you hit with a critical, which means you double it already, and then you get an extra one. So if you were rolling,
I'm just gonna...
Oh wait, Connor, I assume is
you double that.
Scythe
If you're
was
doing
a
it just
magical
one
weapon.
roll, doubling it.
Yes.
You do that,
Okay, then I did
double,
take that
then
3
2 more
damage.
rolls for your damage.
You
die.
can take
No,
3
like,
damage?
for an
No, then I
ability,
did
I
take
get
3
an extra
damage
thing
because
if
heavy
I get a
armor
crit,
master
so like...
only
That's what I'm
slots
saying.
on magical.
Is this gets doubled?
Okay.
Is what I think.
So my
I think I add, like...
Yeah, and his
It's weapon
scythe is
die.
laying
Your
there.
weapon does 2d4.
So,
Are you proficient with scythes?
So it would do
probably not.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think it's a
Okay.
martial
That's what I'm
weapon.
Would I double the
How
extra one?
saucy.
I don't know.
Either simple and martial.
I kinda want
that would be
to.
up to him.
And then
I would
finesse
say
lets
ask
you
him.
use
Okay,
dex.
because like...
but
Because I get a crit, right?
Yeah, you got a
So,
crit.
I get a crit, so it like doubles the damage. But for my ability, whenever I crit, I get to roll like an extra dice
what the
for
fuck?
the thing.
It's a
So does it double
barbarian,
that? Or...
Just double it all and see what happens.
Okay, I'm down. Okay,
So,
so that's 20 already for my base freaking weapon. Okay,
What kind of damage is this?
25.
this
Hold on.
is scimitar, so slashing.
Does it
slashing?
matter? Or, well,
I was
like
wondering if it was
slashing,
like-
a little bit heat or a little bit of fire or whatever.
Okay, well,
Okay,
he's immune to
so-
fire
Oh,
Oh, he's immune to fire?
now.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
Now he
I-
is.
okay.
Bitch!
I just wrote that down.
Okay, fine.
No, yeah, you wouldn't have dealt any damage to him if he was immune to fire because you used your greatsword, right?
Yeah,
Your fire one.
yeah.
Well, yours does fire and slashing, so he still would have gotten like 50% of the damage. But now he's just flat immune, so.
Let's see if he's immune to heat damage.
47 damage.
Is that a different thing?
No.
Okay.
Connor, 47 damage.
Okay.
I assumed he was meaning fire damage whenever he was saying the sword does heat damage.
Yeah.
Just
sorry.
like whenever I said he did cold damage, it's like he did frost damage, and I was like, yeah, he did cold damage.
Yeah, and he was susceptible to cold damage. That's why his hand shattered.
He's just using lingo from freaking.
Frost sounds better than
I'm
cold
surprised.
Elden
because-
Ring?
I'm
I
surprised
don't
because
think
most.
there's such a thing called heat damage in Elden.
No, I don't know why I was saying heat, but
Heat is the damage type in Warframe.
yeah, that's why. Dude, you talking about it? I got a
forgot
sister
about
of
that
Par.
game.
I got a sister of Parvo, and I've been hunting her down. It's been great, man.
Anyway, back to the game.
Yep. Yeah, dude, those requiems suck. Okay, sorry. Okay.
I played
anyways.
that game and then like I wanted to reset and I couldn't, so that's why I quit playing it because I couldn't reset.
So
I don't know.
you
Well,
take
like
you
Xbox.
you dealt how much? 40 something?
You okay?
40 what? How much?
47.
Yep, 47. You hit, and
It dies.
it
Slash.
doesn't die.
How much of it was fire though?
None of it. It's
I thought you said that you did fire.
there was like I get like 4 extra damage from fire.
Did you
I
subtract
just
that
didn't
4
add it.
extra
I just
So-
didn't add it.
Okay.
Okay.
You slash, and it seems to, like, go through, and it hurts him.
Can I see your character real quick? I just want to confirm something.
It hurts him, and he, in his new stage now, he is looking a little like he's starting to get damaged.
He's bloody now.
I mean, sort of.
Wait, what was the
and-
slasher ability at the bottom?
Slash your creatures you critically slash suffer disadvantage when they attack until your next turn. And you can slow a creature by 10 feet with a slashing attack.
So he has disadvantage on his attacks his next turn.
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah. Because he got critically hit.
Okay.
And then once a turn, +1 to either strength or dex.
No, it's not. That's not per turn.
It
That
says
per
once
turn.
a turn.
That per turn's for the slow.
Okay.
No.
How are you doing the 4 damage thing?
The 4? That for scimitar?
That's Storm Herald thing, right?
Oh, that because there's like 3 different ones in like desert. I can make
2 fire damage to other
and
creatures.
at level
I thought you had
10,
to
it's
choose
4.
for Storm Herald. Which
Yeah,
one?
I did. I chose desert.
Oh, okay.
That becomes 4 at level 10. I just didn't add it.
Okay, so Ethan's turn, so now it's Matthew's turn.
All right, I am going to not bother casting Ray of Enfeeblement this time, and I'm just going to go ahead and cast Blight. So he needs to make a con save.
What kind of damage is it?
This is necrotic,
Okay.
so he needs to make a con save.
He's already resistant to necrotic.
Okay.
17.
Fails, so he takes the full 8d8, still halved though. But I'm doing this on D&D Beyond. This is a lot of dice.
No!
So 8d8.
I'll do it again!
He takes 40 necrotic, halved to 20.
Okay.
So 20 necrotic as just the moisture and anything just gets drained out of him.
Okay.
Well, it's
And
just-
Yeah, so
He's sucking him
and then
dry.
the wolf goes. Then the wolf takes 2 swings.
okay.
Would you say it has the flanking still or no?
No, since there's no one directly in front of me.
He is.
But he's flying. I think he's
But if you're still actually in.
The wolf.
Because the wolf would have to be like up here.
yeah.
The wolf can. The wolf goes up there.
Yeah, but you just want to get the flanking. You can still attack, and you just can't get the flanking.
No, well, technically, you're still in range of him to attack, right? So
Do you want to get
that
on
thing
the,
is not
the
flanking
mount?
because he's now opposite of you.
Yeah.
So the wolf will fly up further if you want to put something for it to stand on.
Okay.
Do you want to do mounted
We can,
combat?
we can
you
just
get
say
extra
it is.
height
We will not bother
anyway.
putting
Okay.
it in
You get
next.
extra height
I
if
can
you
still
mount.
reach.
So it
Yeah,
has
it's spirit.
flanking.
Oh,
But I will, yeah, I will.
you're gonna mount? Okay.
That is much better. That is an 18 plus.
Don't throw a metal thing, it's
29
gonna
to hit.
break.
29 hits.
I'm gonna roll the
My
other
bad.
one really quick just so it's out of the way. So 1 hit.
29 doesn't hit.
And then a.
His AC is like 30.
27.
27
So both hit.
does hit.
So both hit. So that's 2d10.
That'd been funny if I said no and y'all were like,
His AC increased as well.
gasp! His health is back to 2,000.
Okay, that's a decent roll.
You'll be
yes.
here for
Wait, what?
years.
12. 12 plus. It's, the way these summon spells work is weird. So it's 12 plus 8, so 16. Does 30 necrotic is what we decided it did. Because.
Yeah, so that's
things.
half.
Yeah, so 15. But I'm going to give temporary hit points to Sulp and Whitney. So Sulp gets. Wait, did I roll that? No, it's a D10. I was rolling a D8. Sulp, you get 5. Whitney, you get 4. 4 temp HP, 5 temp HP.
It's going back above 100.
So,
And I am going to stay right where I am.
okay, it is now Meglorath's turn.
Is there any bonus actions I can use?
And he is going to turn and attack this wolf.
Okay.
He's going to kind of bring his hand down in a thing of orange and red light.
Hold on.
It has disadvantage on this attack.
Okay.
Alright.
What are you wanting to know, Harry?
He's just reading.
I'll roll real quick.
He's just reading a book right now.
Okay, does a 20 hit?
A 20, I believe, 11 plus 5 plus 2, so yeah, 20 hits.
Okay. That's the wolf.
Go back.
Right?
Yeah, wolf.
Okay. And then he's going to grab it,
Yep.
and then he's going to stick this energy beam through him, and then eviscerate him.
Okay.
Completely ripping him in half.
How much damage?
What, the wolf or?
The wolf.
Oh, I thought you did it to like one of the people. I just
Connor, as he begins his turn, he makes a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Because Spirit Guardians.
The spirits!
20.
How much damage
Huh?
did it do?
Hang on, 20.
Okay. It still takes half.
Never explained what your attack did, I think. I
Huh?
don't know. What did your attack do? where
He's
you
got
yelled the
spirits screaming above me.
There's like an area, there's like a bunch of spirits flying around him right now, and
Better.
any enemy that's in that has to make a wisdom save or take damage.
Oh, okay.
On succeed, they take half damage.
Okay.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah,
especially
Spirit
casting
Guardians is a
higher.
good spell.
Take 8 points of radiant damage.
The
Okay.
only problem is it's not good on ranged characters.
Especially blind range characters.
What do you mean it's
Okay.
not good
How
on
much
blind
damage
range
did he do to
characters? It's an area of
He did
Yeah,
56.
it's an area
Yeah,
effect,
that-
but if
that
you want to
does
be
go
like
So wanted to
maximizing
just
it,
double check.
it would be
Okay.
best
What-
for
yeah,
like,
this was-
the cleric to
I'm
be in the
actually
middle
curious.
of,
I wanna
like,
see
the
if the wolf
battle
has
so
any,
that
like,
everyone is
resistances.
getting hit by it.
Only
That's
to
what I
radiant,
meant by
so
it's
no.
It's my only
It's not
recourse
optimized, but it doesn't
because
matter.
all my to hit abilities are
Okay.
ass right now.
And then
because of his
who-
AC.
It's not optimized, but it doesn't matter. You do you.
Who's right here?
That's Harry.
Harry?
Mhm.
Okay, so he's going to kind of
Shit.
jump
Just
and then
lets
land
out
behind and do something.
Wait a minute.
Opportunity.
Oh yeah.
He did attack the wolf.
Yeah, I was gonna use Sentinel when you attack the wolf.
Sentinel still works when he leaves too.
Yeah. I can,
Okay,
so I
so
can
yeah,
attack
you
him
can-
twice.
No.
You can.
No.
No, you
Because
can't
only get
attack
one
twice.
reaction.
Burns your
Oh
reaction.
yeah, I forgot. Oh,
Still take your
so-
attack. Still take
It doesn't
your
matter
attack.
when you
yeah.
do it.
Is Harry
So,
next
yeah.
to me? I can't
What he's-
tell because I don't know if I can
Question.
parry you.
Would you say he has advantage because he's technically doing this while he's attacking the wolf?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't have
You
advantage.
do not have advantage from flanking.
Am I
Unless you
5
have
feet
enough
from
range.
Harry?
I do on
Only
my
if I
next
could-
turn, but I missed. I just swung it.
How close am I to
You'll just
Harry?
wait.
No, I swung and missed.
Oh, okay.
So you
So
can
then
move.
he's going to attack you.
Disadvantage.
Okay. 22.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay.
Harry's dead.
And then he's going to do the same thing, but he's going to stick his energy beam
Hand up your
in,
butt.
and then he's going to yes, fist you.
You join your spirits.
He's going to do 36 penetrating.
Piercing.
Penetrating or piercing
It's,
damage?
it's piercing. I wanted to.
Just want to have a really big smile on your face,
That's a
guy.
big
If you're trying
question.
to reference Warframe, it's puncture.
No, I was because of fisting
Oh,
up his
okay.
butt. So I was like penetrate.
36.
I don't
you
get
said?
it.
Yeah, 36.
I don't get it.
You're like 9. Shut up. Of course you don't get it.
I'm so glad you don't work with System Shock because
How much
you just
damage?
took away half of my health.
What is your health at?
So then he's going.
67.
Am I close to Harry? I don't know if I can parry it.
67?
I only have 79.
He's going to
I also split my level.
dash
I got- I
away,
have
like
104.
teleporting.
Yeah, but one
What are you
second.
again?
Would
I'm a
before
cleric, but I have a
when he
5
jumped
in my
over,
constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
would
fine.
yeah.
Ethan get opportunity attack?
No, he's too high in the air.
Wait, is he flying now?
No, he's not flying
And how
now.
high was?
I mean, he was 7 feet in the air, and then he further jumped some more, and then
It's still within a range of a hit for
Yeah.
so he can swing 7 feet.
He has a reach of 5. So if the dude's like 5 feet off the ground, then he can reach him. And then if he's
it
in that
works
like
in
5,
fives.
so if he's in that 5-foot square above him, he can reach it.
Okay, but he was. Yeah. Okay.
He's still in, even if he's like, if he's 7 feet off the ground, he's still in that 5 foot
Okay.
above the 5
5
foot.
foot.
So then, yeah, I guess you
Picture
can.
the grid map, but vertical.
Oh. Okay.
I don't hit you.
Okay, good.
Also, would you get opportunity? Because you can reach.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, yeah.
But do you want to use your reaction for that?
Fuck it, why not? I don't have anything else.
I'm like the only one who has a reaction.
Unless this is like a special jump ability that negates.
I mean, I have a
reactions.
parry reaction.
No,
I
it's
can
not.
teleport for a
Oh,
reaction.
27 to hit.
Nice.
I can
Yeah, that
run
hits.
into people with my hooves.
Okay, so that's 1d8, and then I also get sneak attack because he's within 5 feet.
Yeah.
So,
Anyone's.
okay, 4 plus.
Do you get sneak attack?
Yeah, he's within
If
5 feet
someone is within
of-
5 feet, yeah.
of the target, yeah.
With
I'm
You
So-
just don't get advantage if they're within 5 feet unless you're
no, I
flanking.
mean for reaction.
So just a heads up.
Oh, I only get to do it once a turn, so yeah.
Yeah.
I only get sneak. Wait, I didn't hit him last time, so I do get sneak attack. So then that's 4 plus 5, so 9 plus. That's 10 plus. What's my plus to hit? I think it's only plus 5. And. Yeah, I do
What are you
15 full
laughing at,
damage.
Harry?
as
I
he-
have idea.
I sort of like stab him in the foot as he leaves.
Okay.
Got his pinky toe.
He looks at you and curses you, and then.
Kisses your own mom.
Well, we can't hear the
So
curse,
then-
he can't talk. We hear.
And then.
No, he curses at him in abyssal.
I hear it. I understand it.
So do I.
Oh, heck yeah, they got the. Heck
So,
yeah!
with-
Walmart always be missing out on the.
After that, it is Derek's turn, and this spirit is looking mighty faulty.
Does
Kill it.
weren't you before I cut you off? You said you like teleported away.
I changed
Okay.
what I was gonna do because I don't know.
Because you're the DM and you just retcon like half of the crap we did. Guys, I forgot to mention
I
the
forgot
bookshelf
to
in the guy's
mention,
room.
The humans.
We
were
gotta
zombies
retcon-
and they're attacking now.
No, we gotta retcon everything. I forgot to mention the bookshelf in the dude's room. We gotta go back there.
No, So canonically, he is stronger than any enemy that you will face in the future, but that's not going to be how it actually works because
I'm gonna rework some of the stuff. in the next-
because I'm going to need to rework my combat because y'all are strong as fuck.
You guys
almost
flirted with
Connor, just
Five
double
level
all of your
10s.
damage. Boom.
That's basically what I've done.
That's what I did whenever I did. Wait,
do not lump everyone together as the strongest.
When I
okay?
did my-
I have not hit your guy like hardly.
when I did my
at
one
all.
shot, I
You've
like
done more damage
double.
than me. I've only stabbed him twice.
For real?
You've done more damage
but I
than
also-
me.
I've stabbed him twice.
with
and hit
just
him with-
spirit guardians?
Yeah.
You've done
Okay.
like 20 each time.
It is-
Okay,
has done-
you'll like what I have for him next.
Actually, I think you're
Connor,
contesting me, but I might
when
be like 10
When I
damage
did my
ahead
one
because
shot,
I
that
did,
won't be
magic
posted for like a
missile.
year. I had to
I've
like
done, like,
double
120
my final
damage.
loss.
Yeah, you're the
You're a fighter.
the highest one.
200 something
But
health
that's
and
on
like
brand
Derek did like
for this
over
group.
100 damage. It's so dumb. It's so
Every character
BS.
you've played, maybe minus Sarkis, has
No,
dealt as much
Sarkis
damage.
did,
Sark.
Not as much, but he's
None
Yeah.
did as much as Rick,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Rig was almost a
I-
god
I run
at-
from the
at a
doorway
point.
and like
He was a
circle
demigod.
back behind him.
And Jeb was basically Legolas. he
And
never
now I
missed.
have advantage on the attack because I'm flanking because Ari's on the other side being mangled by him.
Okay. Power word kill. No.
F you.
Okay, that's 27 again to hit. And
jeez.
since it's a new turn, I get sneak attack.
Imagine like the
So-
last word you hear is like Rabunga, and then you just die.
Baba Booey.
Okay, 7
Booey.
plus.
It's just-
Oh, do I only have
That's what it is.
No, we wouldn't even
Wow.
hear the word because he can't speak.
11,
So it just like he
12.
looks.
No, just like anything. You just like turn
17
around and
cold
dude just like
damage as I,
points
like,
at
stab
you.
him in the back
Just says a
again.
word.
Nice.
Gone.
Okay, so
Just like dissolve.
he's looking pretty damaged at this point. Not quite dead, but
17.
pretty damaged, and it is now Ivan's turn.
Yvonne.
I trade a lot of my damage
Yvonne.
from rogue into utility and wizard.
Um,
Because I only have 3d6.
Blood.
I don't have the d8s yet.
Ivan's going to use his so the body isn't there. It kind of melted away. None of the bodies and stuff are there, but like it's still dripping blood and stuff. So he's going to shoot a sphere. Why do I keep saying that? A spear into him.
It's fine.
Penetration damage.
Got a 28. He hits. And then he's going to roll damage.
There's 1 damage.
Yep, I mean basically all you fucking needed. He deals 6 damage, which is so he throws this spear in him and then it sticks and then he like closes his fist and it explodes and this spirit you see it just dissipate. And
We killed the Kirby final boss.
Oh, pardon. Sorry, that was really loud.
so
With that sound.
that's the sound it made.
Just echoes in the chamber.
It's like a reverberated burp.
And with that, you've got this room, and there's the scythe, and
Do we hear Corbin through the intercom system?
at
Dude,
this
you better get up here now, or I'm gonna lose my temper.
Dang it! I had a cool
you
move. I was gonna use.
you would hear. No, that's a good point. You would hear him say, "Meglorath, where are you?
Don't make me use
Kalan-
your real name.
Kalan's up here, or Catalan's up here."
You're making me emotionally anxious. Come on.
Somehow
man.
Catalan got up there past us.
No, he was on an upper floor,
Yeah.
and then went up.
Yeah,
explain it for
that's
like-
happening
No,
Okay.
he just walked through the. He just like, oh my god. It's like we hear like the little like inner. And
Okay.
Like, sneaks by.
He could have they could have misty stepped.
Like tiptoe noises. Like
So
They misty stepped past.
What
it.
time
got
does it-
past my like
time do we end?
22
Yes.
passive
9:30.
Yes.
perception.
Okay,
We're
perfect
so
timing.
Yeah,
Focused.
we can end early if you want.
yeah, I think.
We might as well.
Hang on. So
10 minutes away.
yeah. So then with that, you defeated Meglorath, which
We did it, guys.
you did it.
Basically,
So
At least we didn't
proud of
teleport
you.
it away. The
Yeah,
Kraken infested
As
waters.
Megaloth dies, all our bracelets or whatever that makes us teleport shatters.
Yeah, they basically do because
Why'd you tell him that?
It only did one thing this fight.
yeah.
That wasn't the crux.
No,
Yeah, that's
the-
true. And it
no.
just made something really silly because I teleported above the waves. And they got attacked by the exact same attack.
he just did it like.
And then did
just
one
looped
damage.
it.
Yeah.
And I just freaking like no damage.
Oh
Hey,
my
I didn't
God.
take a single.
And then the temporary HP I gave.
I still have it.
Yeah.
none.
I still have the temporary
None.
HP.
I
so
use.
stupid.
I use not 1, not 2, not 3, but
Now you see how
4
prepared
arrow
we were
enhancing
for
spells,
combat.
and none of them hit. I'm not happy. I'm not happy one bit.
At least you got your
And
spirits.
well, yeah, that's true. My next move was gonna use stone shape to make a coffin fall out of the ceiling and hit him on the head.
Harry, I'll say this: when you were doing Spirit Guardians, I was really wishing you did like all your tarot cards like fly around as the spirits.
Did we
Oh,
end?
yeah, that
Have we
would've
said
been
goodbye
cool.
yet?
No.
We're doing it again. Someone say goodbye.
Bye.
Do you have like an ender
Bye.
for us or something?
I mean,
outro?
I thought you defeating him was a pretty decent outro.
No, I mean like now with them dead. What did the party?
We're
look
not-
like? Do you have something like
okay.
that for us, or do you just want me to hit the pause?
No,
button?
no, okay, yeah,
We're
can,
not
so,
cutting this out. This is like perfect. This is freaking trailed
So-
off, and now we're back.
Well, that's what happened last time when Harry was like, "Connor, could I meet you on Discord?"
Dude, he never even met me on Discord. I texted him. I was like,
Oh
hey,
yeah, it's
never,
been a long
he
week.
never responds.
Few weeks.
You're gonna roll my inspiration die real quick?
no,
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 can we-
I
no.
got a 2.
What's
Bye.
the ender arm hitting the button?
See you next week.
No.